Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are live here at twitch.tv/Aaron Gazaniga. We're running standard Replenish again. This is the deck that's been my main focus in Legacy currently. Trying to make sure that we get things squared away. So we've got fairly standard blue-white standstill deck. All these cards here. I've got a split of Mistress Factory and Fairy Conclave. It was running a Celestial Colonnade. I'm not sure if it should still be a Celestial Colonnade over a Fairy Conclave, but I'm going to try out Mistress Factory. The only thing I don't like about Mistress Factory is the fact we are running a Moat main board with a second sideboard. So it could just be correct to switch out the Mistress Factory and just keep the Colonnade. But we're going to try some Factories. They're pretty good for blocking things on the ground when we don't get a Moat down or we don't have access to Moat. We are just running one Moat, so not as likely to find it. We have this little bit of a extra enchantment package. We got the Perfory Nose and a Lighten Tutor. Again, Elixir of Mortality, because we are a very heavy control deck. We lack in win conditions, but we make up for a little bit extra control and card advantage. We got Crucible Worlds, got some Wastelands for Crucible Wastelock, possibly against our opponents. We got Replenish, because that means we can have multiple standstills in play if we return them from our graveyard. Drawing lots of cards in a turn is always sweet, especially when it's upwards of 6 or 9 cards. I've had moments where you get to correct 4 standstills, draw 12 cards in a turn, thanks to Replenish. And then that also can double as a win condition, combined with Jace the Mind Sculptor, to dump our opponent's hand as their library. I went back to a Jace Friend's Prodigy. It's very good defensively against smaller creatures. It's decent as far as our win conditions go. Because we are running Moat, we do tend to have to win outside of combat, which means it might be even correct to have a second Jason's Prodigy. But we do have the Elixir of Mortality as basically a win condition. If we can control our opponent for a long game and whatnot, Elixir of Mortality allows us to refresh our library, so we don't mill out, and we can actually mill our opponent out more easily. It also allows us to rebuy things like Council's Judgment, Supreme Verdict, Jace the Mind Sculptor. Just putting those things back into our library means we can draw them again. We don't have to worry about Snapcaster, Flashback, and exiling it, so we lose that potential control piece. So for counter magic, we got a couple Spell Pierce, we got 3 counter spell, 4 Force of Will. For removal, we got the 4 Swords Plowshares, a Porphyry Nodes, Council's Judgment. And we have like Supreme Verdict as a board wipe, and Moat is like a board stall basically. Moat's been really good against decks like Eldrazi, Team Thalia, or like the Mono White Shoulder Stompy. Resolving any of those cards, basically, you can just win a game against those decks. Search for Azcanta is amazing, just filtering early, and then when it flips to be the land, it's great dig to find whatever you may need. Had a couple games earlier, actually, where I was testing, where I ended up bricking on this twice, finding 4 lands both times. So it was a little odd, but we don't usually have that type of luck, so hopefully during the stream, we don't have to worry about bricking like that. And then sideboard. I don't think I made any changes since last time I ran this in the sideboard. We got the second Supreme Verdict, second Moat, 4 Leyline of Sanctity. Leyline's great against burn, heavy discard decks, combo, things of that nature. Council's Judgment as the second, great for answering problem permanents like Planeswalkers and whatnot. Aura Silence and Sealed Cleansing, great against Equipment, Chalice decks. They're actually pretty good against, Aura Silence actually itself is pretty good against Charbelcher. Makes it a lot harder for them to combo off when they're heavy on artifacts. Means there's a lot less we have to actually counter, because there's a lot less they can actually cast. And then we got second Porphyry Nodes. Porphyry Nodes is real great. You can just plop one on the board when your opponent played a couple creatures, and you can actually back it up with a standstill. If your opponent doesn't want to continue to commit to the board, Porphyry Nodes will just slowly grind out the card advantage and get your opponent's board clear, which is very nice. A pair of Fluster Storms for combo, triple Surgical Extraction for graveyard-based decks. Mostly just like, it's okay against Storm, but not great. It's mostly for like Dredge. What else do I bring it in against? I bring it against lands because, you know, Life Loam, Wasteland, Ghost Quarter, all that can be hard to fight. So Surgical comes in against decks like that. Yeah, I mean, pretty much roughly the same that we've been running. Only a few changes, like just basically going back to the Jace Friend's Prodigy. But yeah, going to start this league now, and if you ever miss any of these streams that I have, you can check out my YouTube page. It's just Aaron Gazaniga, spelled the same way as the Twitch channel, and my Twitter account. I load up all the raw videos on there, so but if you ever miss a stream and it's not available on my history on Twitch, you can check it out there. I apologize if I seem a little sluggish tonight. I'm a little bit tired. It's been a very long weekend. But we're going to go ahead in this league and run another one back. Alrighty, found an opponent, so we're going to go on to our first match. We won the die roll. That's unusual. Maybe we'll actually have a good starting hand. Yeah, I wouldn't mind another land, but this is actually capable. We got a backup search for Ascanta in case our first one gets countered. Keep. So apparently MTG bot actually gives me information that this person's playing Miracles. They're currently double queuing in a competitive Legacy League match. So it should be quite interesting for them. I'm going to start just up to the Delta and probably not going to try it. We're going to try not crack it until we need a Spell Pierce and whatnot. Opponent's clearly not the Miracles if they're going Scrubland Deathrite. My best guess would be something along the lines of Dead Gael. I don't know if we need to fetch basics out here, so I'm just going to get this Tundra. Hoping that we don't need to fetch out basics, but we're going to find out, I'm sure. Hey, Connor, what's going on? I'm just trying to run back standard replenish, see how the deck does. Hoping it goes well. Opponent's going to eat our fetch land. Close out this chat window so we get a little bit more space here. Opponent did not play land first. They ate our land to cast a Ponder. I almost feel as though that indicates that they're short on land. I'm tempted to Spell Pierce, but I think we can hold our Spell Pierce for something better, like a Hymn to Torok, something like that. So I think we're going to wait off on that. So I think opponent's on Esper Deathblade most likely, which means there could be a Stoneforge Mystic coming up on us now. Or they just end up bricking and passing turn. That's a thing too. Alright, so Porphyry is going to take out this Deathrite. If I can draw another land, I'm going to try and resolve a standstill. No, of course not. I'm going to try and resolve a standstill here. Basically hope my opponent doesn't have a Snapcaster Mage. Miracles is the last recorded deck, not what they're currently on. Yeah, I'm just thinking that they're generally on Miracles. It could have been Miracles. I hope they don't get a Snapcaster into this. Hoping to catch me playing this deck soon. Yeah, the deck's a lot of fun. I'm much better with this deck in paper. MTGO just... I don't know if it's just all the passing of priority back and forth, having it okay, having to hold up at times, having to, manually pass priority at times. It's a little frustrating for me. But, kind of hoping that we can get it. Alright, so my opponent had Force of Will, so we're not going to be able to fight that, unfortunately. Probably should have led on Search for Ascanta, but that was a perfect opportunity to start drawing some cards at least. Alright, they're going to play Stoneforge Mystic. If they get Barrier Skull, we Swords their Stoneforge Mystic, strand a card in hand. Especially if they don't play another land here, then they're definitely tight on land. Alright, so we're definitely going to Swords this. Alright. Unfortunately, we bricked on land, so... my opponent's finding more land now. Another Deathrite Shaman. Sweet. Trying to do something better. I think we hold up Spell Pierce for something along the lines of like Gideon or Batterskull or whatnot. I don't think we particularly care about the Ponders. Liam asked me to say hi, by the way. Tell Liam I said hi as well, Levi. You upgraded Esper Deathblade recently. He's been enjoying it. Yeah, the deck's kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, still breaking on land, found a counter spell. I don't think I can tap down for a Search for Ascanta here. I think I have to hold up at least Spell Pierce, if not counter spell. I have to try and catch if they have something more relevant than Deathrite Shaman down. If we do find a third land, it'll probably be something for Snap Source of Plowshares on their turn. So we can get this Deathrite off the board resolve a search on our turn or something. Cobble Therapy. I mean, yeah, I haven't seen my hand yet, so I'm not too worried. I'm hoping they don't name Search for Ascanta, because getting 2 would really suck for us. I got Counterspell. Okay, so they hit on that. That's unfortunate. Us missing all these land drops is definitely unfortunate as well. Our opponent missed 1, I think. We've missed 2 now. Actually, I think that means, yeah, on our turn we break, that's 3 missed land drops. Let's see what we got here. Assuming they probably are going to want to try and follow up the Stone Forge Mystic. They're tapping for white mana. Yeah, there's no Stone Forge Mystic. We can't do anything about that because they took our Counterspell. So we know they have double Batterskull in here. Holy crap. Do they Brainstorm? Yeah, they Brainstorm. So they probably just rebought the Batterskull with the Brainstorm. So they have single Batterskull in hand, I'm assuming. I can't picture it's double. Yeah, if my opponent named Search for Ascanta here, I'd have to be concerned with the fact that they might have, they might be peeking in. But I'm highly doubting that's the case. Alright, so we didn't break on land here, which is good. I'm going to try to snap swords. They're Stoneforge. Oh, I don't have swords anymore. Damn it. Alright, Deathrite got my swords. I forgot about that. Yeah, okay, sure. I'm not paying attention, clearly. Son of a biscuit. So yeah, I got by my opponent. I'm sure my opponent's probably like, did my opponent not realize that was in play? Okay, so this is the Esper Stoneforge. This is Esper Deathblade with Monster Mentor. So that can be problematic for us for sure. So I'm going to need to draw like I'm going to have to draw something like a Supreme Verdict soon, most likely, if I can't swords this Mentor off now. Okay, so my opponent didn't have Force, which is good because they could pay for a Spell Pierce. There's not much I can really do here, so I think I'm just going to end up... I'm going to try dropping the Search for Ascanta and hope that we can start filtering through, fixing our draws up, because missing more land drops is really tough. Here comes Batterskull as well, which is not good for us. Okay. Not sure why Deathrite would need our land, but we'll not be responding to anything, so I'm going to F6 pass through this. So as long as I got removal, Snapcaster Mage is going to chump block that germ. Assuming this is the Source of Plowshares, though. Yeah, of course it is. My opponent's drawing fairly well. We're drawing very poorly. Really need to get ahead on land. Okay, yep. Okay, let's see what we got on top. Is it land? I'm going to put Force Will in my graveyard because I literally don't want to draw that right now. I need to answer what's on board. I can't be playing around with that. I think I have to just play the Crucible Worlds here. Hope they don't respond with the Deathrite so I can play my fetch land, at least get that land. They respond and just eat my fetch land to shut me down. That's going to suck. Yeah, they're eating my fetch land in response, so that's rough. So yeah. So far, their draw is lined up very well with my draw, and they're doing a very good job of keeping me in check. So I need like land and Supreme Verdict, which obviously won't happen. They don't just eat the Source Plowshare as a Snapcaster Mage on their Germ token would be okay, but that still means the Germ gets to suit up. The Batterskull can suit up on the Deathrite or the Stoneforge Mystic. So, gonna have to draw some good stuff here. Jace the Mind Sculptor. I don't want to put that in my graveyard, but I kind of have to, because I can't cast it, and if I don't answer the board now, I'm pretty much dead. I think I'm just going to have Scoop in here, though, because, yeah, Jace doesn't really do me much good here. If they had, like, Crocus or another Source Plowshare or even a Fatal Push, Jace is just dead, in which case it's just... we're SOL, pretty much. Spell Pierce falls off hard because they have so much mana available. If they hard cast a Force of Will and get a little greedy, we can probably still Spell Pierce it. Okay, so they're going to eat the Source Plowshares in response. Okay, play this Elixir of Immortality. I mean, our Spell Pierce isn't getting like a Fatal Push or anything anyway, so might as well just run this out. Okay, we're just going to concede this, because we're just dead now. They had the removal, so they were just going to kill us in the next turn. Yeah, missing like 4 or 5 land drops there was just like brutal. I'm sure next game I'll probably have something where along the lines of I'm sure next game I'll have something along the lines of like 8 land in play. It's usually how it goes. Let's see. So I like the extra Screen Verdict. Moat's pretty good here. Aura, Silence, Seal, Cleansing, great against their enchantments. The extra Council Judgment against their Planeswalkers. They're greedier in mana base, so like I'm tempted to keep Crucible, but I don't think Crucible is correct. I think we can trim a Search Transcanta. I'm not a fan of the Lightning Tutor. Matchup's fairly is fairly going to be about resources. So anything that's card disadvantage, I'm not huge on. It's like on the play, I'm bound to trim 2 Force of Wills. On the draw, I might bring them back in. So I'm going to try this out. But we definitely keep all of our removal. Try to just trade at least 1 for 1 and refill with standstills to get ahead. This hand's not terrible. I would love another blue source. Oh, it's 3 Source Plowshares. I'm trying to think if they're a Wasteland deck. I have to assume they have some dumb number of Wastelands. We get Wasteland and we go for like a Tundra, we're just screwed. But Cobble Therapy tears this apart as well. So I'm gonna keep it. I'm not super happy about it, but I'm gonna keep it anyway. Let's see how it goes. Start with Fledged Strand and just pass the turn. I'm not gonna be looking to just jam things into play and whatnot. Hopefully I'll draw more land. Do run 23 lands, so okay, yeah. Gonna Wasteland here. I want to Wasteland their Tundra, but at the same time, like I need mana as is, so hoping, yeah, not another land. Sweet. Man, this has just been brutal. We're gonna get this Tundra. I'm gonna Brainstorm. I'm gonna hopefully draw a couple lands, put a couple of Source Plowshares on top or whatnot to protect them a little bit. And it's probably gonna be a Spell Pierce. I have to force through this Brainstorm. I don't think I can just let that happen. Like I need to draw these cards, get some land, make sure I hit land drops. Missing land drops is mostly what killed us last game. So hopefully that works. So, yeah, no, Spell Pierce, okay. So we're not doing a very good job of grinding value at the moment. That sucks. Stoneforge. We do have Source Plowshares for it, which is nice. Would love to have Brainstorm resolved. Found a couple land and whatnot, so we could have just Wasteland in there, but we didn't get the chance to do that, unfortunately. Alright, so they got Stoneforge, Deathrite, both creatures we need to answer. Luckily, we have a bunch of answers. If I can find another land here, that'd be great. Plains is better. So I can Swords both creatures here. Oh, hello. I'm tempted to Wasteland them off the white source. I want to waste them off the white source because most of their relevant draws right now that hurt us are white cards, so like Monastery Mentor, things of that nature. Another follow-up Stoneforges, stuff like that. They just followed up with this Fledged Strand. They're finding a lot of land. I'm going to hope to start finding land as well. Wouldn't mind like a standstill at some point soon. Alright, Fairy Conclave is technically a land. I guess we just take that. Okay. Fletching with Fledged Strand, getting Underground Sea, so they don't care about white mana at the moment. Leads me to believe they might have a Jace here, which we do have Spell Pierce for. Hopefully they don't have Force Will to back that up. If they have Force Will to back that up, then we're definitely in trouble. Their Fairy Conclave can clock their Jace a little bit, but it's not exactly efficient when their Jace can take up the same amount Fairy Conclave attacks for. Now we have Council's Judgment. So we have Counterspell for their turn, Council's Judgment for our turn if they resolve whatever it is they're trying to resolve. It turns out to be like a Mentor or a True Name or something. They're pretty good right now. They can't cast Mentor naturally. Cobble Therapy's annoying. I'm going to hope they miss on this Cobble Therapy. Hey, Orin, how's it going? I don't know if they missed on this Cobble Therapy. Last time they auto-named Counterspell, so it might have been worth it just to Counterspell it. But yeah, they're going for Jason Mind Sculptor. We've gotten Mana Screwed both games. We're Mana Screwed this game, so I'm surprised that they would go from Jason Mind Sculptor. But I guess on this board state, it's probably the best thing to go for. Yes, found another land finally. So they know the contents of our hand. Spell Pierce, I don't know about that, which is nice. Binge the Punisher this weekend, how was that? I don't even know what the Punisher is. It's a real good show. That's good. Very happy for you, Orin. Alright, so they went for a Tundra this time, so yeah, they got the Stoneforge Mystic, so we're going to try and counterspell that. I can't picture they would just jam that knowing we have counterspell, unless they want to follow up something else, like they could cast Leovold here, which will have Council's Judgment for. It's possible we should have just let this resolve and just swords it, but they have Flusterstorm. Okay. You have a Flusterstorm. We will just use a Swords of Plowshares on your Stoneforge Mystic. Do they have a Batterskull? Yeah, they already have a Batterskull, so we'll see what Stoneforge searches up. Sword of Fire, nice. It's a good card here. We're going to Swords of Plowshares that. One good Swords deserves another, right? Now it stands still, so hopefully they don't have something to flash in. It'd be nice to actually resolve a standstill here. Get some card advantage going. We need some kind of blue mirror breaker here. Yeah, I would love to, like, Jace the Mind Sculptor would be pretty nice. Like, I have standstill in play now with, like, a Fairy Conclave, which is sweet. I would love to draw some more lands so I can actually, like, animate and back it up with some type of permission or whatnot. But yeah, we've been really. Last game we got stuck on 2 land for several turns, then we got stuck on 3 land for several more turns. We found our 4th land after they got rid of Jace the Mind Sculptor, or after we had to mill Jace the Mind Sculptor. They had a board like Batterskull, Stoneforge, Deathrite. Yeah, Standstill was decent. Supreme Verdig's pretty good too off the top. I'd love to start drawing some lands because I would really like to start building my mana base. Like I said, I would like to start attacking with Fairy Conclave and have the mana to back it up. Opponent has 7 cards in hand, we have 4, so we're actually fine. Next turn, if I can draw another land, I'm definitely going to want to start probably animating Fairy Conclave and pushing through some damage. Not even sure if on this board state it's even worth it to like expose that to something like a Fatal Push or Swords of Plowshares. Alright, so they're going to try and resolve a Stoneforge Mystic. We know they have Batterskull and Sword of Fire Nice in hand. They have 7 cards in hand. I don't think I want to force a little of this. What do we got? A lot of mana. Council's Judgment, I have Supreme Verdict. Yeah, I mean, I'm fine just Council's Judging this Stoneforge Mystic. Feels like they probably cast Stoneforge Mystic first, giving us the opportunity to, like, get something else on board, so I'm gonna let them resolve that. If they try to jam, like, a piece of equipment here or whatnot, then I'll counter that. Taxium Probe. Okay, so they're gonna have information. They do have Cobble Therapy in the yard, so it's worth noting. I mean, I'm fine with the Taxium Probe. We'll let them see how much permission we have and the Sweeper. Yeah, I mean, if we can draw into like a Snapcaster Mage or something, we do have 3 Swords of Plowshares in our graveyard, so I can just Snap Swords that. Play a Mistress Factory, use that to beat a little bit. If we put any more creatures on board, we just verdict everything away. Jet? 1 mana. Yeah, I mean, we can keep their creatures off the board, so I don't think we care too much about Jet. I think they can like use all their mana to like cast a Stoneforge, cast a Jet, and equip. And I'll just use Council Judgment and cancel the Stoneforge Mystic, and then we're not really worried anymore. Alright, let's see here. Alrighty, so we're going to do this. We're going to vote for the Stoneforge Mystic. We have Force and Spell Pierce back up, so this should resolve. It'd be nice if they voted for their Their Mazaj Jit, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers, so there is that. I'm just going to fetch out another Tundra. I don't think that they're on Wastelands personally, given the way they've been playing this match. I jam a Baby Jace here and hope to go the distance with it. Hope to get a chance to flip it. Let's see what happens. I have a feeling it's going to eat up Swords Plowshares, which is fine. If they waste the Swords Plowshares on this, I'm okay with that. Another Stoneforge Mystic. I don't particularly care. Snow Mishra's Factory? Mishra's Workshop? No, Mishra's Factory, but yeah. They didn't find anything with Stoneforge naturally. It feels like they're just starting to jam things onto the board, trying to get me to counter something. Search for Azcanta is not too bad. I think here I'm going to activate the Baby Jace. I'm going to flip. Discard a card. What do I want to discard here? I feel like Spell Pierce kind of falls off here. I have fetch land, so I want that Brainstorm. Yeah, I'm just going to plow the Stoneforge. At this point, we're doing a pretty good job of getting some grind value in. Just wastelanding off Tropical Island actually do anything? I don't particularly think it does. I don't know if we even wasteland. I think we just keep up all our mana. If I drew something like a Crucible, I'd be more likely to keep off land plus hearts. Yeah, that's true. Sure, I'll go for it. I think I'm going to get them off. Get them off their Tundra. I'll limit their white sources a bit. You can find on the wasteland, we can completely keep them off white, unless they draw like Deathrite Shaman. I'm just going to pass. I think we're better served by keeping all of our mana up. Trop is just for Deathrite. Yeah, it might be for like Abrupt Decay too. So I was considering doing it for Abrupt Decay, but Deathrite doesn't really like we're not really a deck that attacks very aggressively. And that's a Deathrite. I don't particularly think we care about the Deathrite, but I'm gonna brainstorm, get some information, see if we do care. So we got double Snapcaster Mage, which is pretty good. So I don't particularly want to fetch any of these away. I don't have to fetch, so that's fine. Put these two back like that, so I can draw the Elixir. I would like to find like a Jace or something. Hoping they'll just continue wasting mana on like this Deathrite or whatever. And stuff, I'm just going to Snap Plow it. I don't particularly care much for them having a Deathrite. I'm assuming Trop is probably for some number of Leovolds too, right? I don't know. Maybe not. Alright, trying to play a Snap. Looks like they're thinking. We do have 6 cards in hand. They could have Force. But I'm kind of fine with that Force happening. Yeah, I don't think I fight over their Force so well. I let them 2-for-1 themselves, and I just drop another Snapcaster Mage on their turn, I think. I can fetch away the Elixir, and yeah, I don't think I actually need... It was Elixir Plains they put back or something, so I don't actually think I need that. So I'll actually just do this. Get out of Tundra. Snapcaster Mage again. Yeah, I'm planning on playing in the early December 1K. Should be a lot of fun. I'll likely be bringing this deck to it. This deck, like I said, in paper, I've been doing much better with this deck than anything else, really. On MTGO, it's just like a train wreck for me. They're probably going to Spell Pierce. Oh, Fluster Storm, that sucks. That's rough. I was thinking like it'd be a Spell Pierce or something. Fluster Storm is definitely a card we can't really interact with in that way. There's a lot of copies here. Okay, yeah, we're not going to be paying for any of that. I probably should wait on my turn to snap towards that, but I wasn't anticipating another Fluster Storm. It's possible that it should have been on my radar, but it wasn't. There we go. Okay, so we still drew an Elixir of Mentality even though we just shuffled, so that's interesting. I'm going to put a Search for Azcanta down here. I'm going to take up this Jace on that Deathrite. Even if they see up the Jit with the Deathrite, like, we won't have to worry about taking any damage. They do have Sword of Fire Nice in hand. We do have 5 mana up, so we can actually force that, as long as they don't have more permission. Especially something cheap like a Spell Pierce or whatnot, so we should be able to counter that. But, just gotta hope for the best, I guess. It's possible I should have kept this Mishra's Factory up. Disenchant. Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with that. I'm not going to fight over Disenchant. Like, Disenchant doesn't particularly lose me the game. I definitely want to fight over something like Sword of Fire Nice or Barraskull at this point. Brainstorm's fine. Can't believe we shuffled away Elixir and then just drew it again. It's brutal. I swear to God, the MTGO shuffler just like hates me. I find so many times I'm just like, oh, I'll just draw all the land, and then I'll just draw none of the land. It's great. All right, we're gonna force that. Hope they don't have a Spell Pierce or a Fluster Storm. If they do have Spell Pierce and Fluster Storm, that would keep them from equipping this turn. All right, they didn't have it, so and there's no point in suiting up Death Road Jit. So that worked out pretty well. Council's Judgment's kind of nice. I'm going to keep Mistress Factory up in case I have to block anything. I'm going to just eat this Death Right. Like, it's possible to keep this, let this Council's Judgment just eat the Umazage Jit. Or wait until they like actually cast the Matter Skull, but I think just eating this Death Right's fine here. Like, they're going to eat one of my spells, which is okay. I'm going to take up Jace one more, and then next turn, depending on what's going on, I'm probably going to take down Jace, use Council's Judgment on, like, Jit. I'm going to start pushing some damage, though. It's definitely about that time. Drop this Elixir in play, too. Okay. Elixir will be defense, and they try to, like, surgical me if they try to do anything funny like that. Elixir will be defense for that. So they played Batterskull. They only have 2 mana up, so I'll be able to minus Jace on Council's Judgment and get rid of Batterskull permanently. They just played a land, so they cannot play another land this turn. Hopefully, another land's fine, I guess, but I'll like something better. Yeah, we're just going to Council's Judgment here. Right, Council's Judgment. Going to vote for the Batterskull. A lot of people are very stupid about bringing in Surgical in matchups. That's why our opponent might have had Surgical in this matchup. Alright, so I'm going to take a chance. I'm going to animate Man Land. We're going to come in for 4 here. I'm going to keep some mana up to, like, I don't know if my opponent remembers I have Supreme Verdict in hand. I'm going to keep some mana up just to keep this Elixir up or bluff counter magic. I don't think my opponent is that bad, though. They might be. Who knows? Let's see. Well, these are revealed cards. Well, these are exiled, right? Yeah. Yes, they don't know what I have in hand. So, I mean, Mentor's fine. Yeah. Surgical is oftentimes just completely utterly misplayed. So they're going to probe me. They're going to see out Supreme Verdict, which is probably going to make them real sad. Going to make them sad pandas. Next turn, I'm definitely just going to probably going to Verdict and then just like Conclave and 2 damage. They did see Crucible game 1. They ended up eating. I think I actually boarded out Crucible because I thought that Crucible Wastelock wasn't going to be that great. They do have enough basics where I don't know if it is correct to board back in, especially on the draw. Like, it's probably too slow on the play. It might be a little more defensible. Yeah. So they have Cobble Therapy to get my Supreme Verdict on my hand. I forgot about that. So I need to top deck another Snapcaster Mage. I have 1 more left on the deck, 28 cards left. Yeah. They're just going to get that. Yeah. They're at 8. Yeah. I think I'm going to actually use this Elixir to shuffle back cards to my deck. What is this? Okay, Equipping Jit. Gotcha. Do I want to use Elixir here? I don't think I do. This is going to be a problem. I have 1 Council Judgment. Fuse, Tony Brainstorms, 1, 2. I haven't seen any Jace the Mind Sculptors yet, right? Yeah, no Jace the Mind Sculptors yet, so I think I'd just take a draw step here. I don't think I do any shuffling or whatnot. Aura Silence isn't bad to keep Jit off the board, pretty much. It's not going to be great as far as the prowess and monk tokens go and whatnot. As long as we keep the Jit offline, we can keep our animating our land lands and whatnot. So that's good. So we can get some damage up overhead. I can also, they can't actually cast spells right now, so I keep this token nerfed. I can actually attack with both these creatures. They want to trade Mentor, I'm actually fine with that. Before damage, I would probably Aura of Silence away the Jit, so I don't have to worry about losing any of my creatures. But this means we can just attack through monks and not have to worry about trading. My opponent might have Surgical still, which would be really awkward, but... Okay, yeah. Still a free attack, you can't really kill it. Okay, so they're down to 4. So now they're pretty stuck on defense, especially with our Aura of Silence. I can just kill the Jit. They go to as soon as they go to attack and declare attackers, I'm just gonna Aura of them. Yeah, okay. Yeah. You have a lot of spells, very good. Oh, Jesus. Okay. This wasn't flashback, so they can use it again, get 2 more tokens. So I guess they net 1 more, really. This will be 4, 5 they can attack for. I mean, I'm fine with that. Just gonna go ahead and do this now. I don't want to forget to end up doing that, and then their Jit gets a couple counters, and then we can't do anything. Where is their Mentor attacking? Attacking my Jace. I mean, there's not much we can do about that. We're not blocking for Jace, so that's fine. So next turn I can hold up 2 blockers for some of this crap, and then have Fairy Conclave go in. Top decking another Supreme Verdict or a Snapcaster for Supreme Verdict would be honestly great here, obviously. I'm actually tempted to just use this Elixir to start, to shuffle everything back in. Okay. I don't think there's enough stuff in our graveyard where we want to do that. So we have a lot of very live top decks. Like, Moat's a pretty good top deck here. So we're going to just jam this Moat, probably. And see what our opponent does. Our opponent does have Disenchant. It would take like a top deck Surgical Extraction, or a top deck Snapcaster Mage. Okay, they scooped. They can't beat that, so that's cool. I'm going to board back in the 2 Force of Wills. My opponent sent me a message. I don't even want to know what they had to say. I can't even see where the message thing is, so oh well. We're not going to respond to them yet. They're going to have to wait. I'm not huge on Porphyry Notes, I don't think. I'm just going to cut that. Elixir is okay, but I'm not really huge on it. I like Replenish because they are running Disenchant. They do have a lot of soft counter spells that we might have to just jam into. So I'm gonna keep their Replenish. I'm actually gonna drop a Standstill on the draw since we're less likely to resolve one before it matters. On that note, I'm actually dropped 2. Bring in the second search. I kind of want the Crucible Worlds, but I think Crucible is just kind of too slow. With everything they're doing, I don't think I can really. I think I can sacrifice a lot of the cards I'm running main board. So, my opponent sent me a message and I haven't seen what it says. So my opponent's message to me was, Jesus, man. So I said that was a very nice top deck after a very impressive turn by you. This hand's real bad. I don't know if we can get away with this. Like, it has lands, which is nice, but with my luck, I'm probably going to keep drawing lands. I have to mulligan this, right? I'm going to keep it. They're greedy, so we can wasteland them early. We can brainstorm fetch, so I'm going to try it out. I'm hopefully not going to regret this, but we'll see what happens, I guess. Yeah, 2 top decks. You can be as salty as you want. You lost. Shut up, opponent. Quit crying. Has Brainstorm Keep, yeah. I mean, our first top deck was a Swords Plowshares, which is pretty nice. Which means they gem a creature on their turn. We can just do that. So my opponent was 2 top decks. What was the other card we top decked? I know we went Moat. What was the previous card? Oh god, my phone's sending me messages. I don't like it. I think I might stop responding to my opponent. I'm kind of concerned that they are going the salty route. Alright, we found another land, which I'm not happy about. I don't think we can just snap off a brainstorm. I think I do have to wait for my opponent to like tap down, maybe like tap, have a fetch going. I do not want to just get spell pierced on brainstorm because I do want to fix my hand up a bit. You know, I have swords, so I'm gonna let that happen. Instead, we're just gonna try and source plowshares that. Okay, got up. Awesome. Counterspell is nice. I'm gonna play an island so we can keep up the counterspell. Again, I would like to be able to brainstorm away a couple lands. Probably just get rid of the Conclave Crocus. I don't think Crocus is particularly going to be great against them. End step, I will brainstorm here. They cast a Spell Pierce here, and I have to just fire off a fetch land early. That's going to suck, but whatever. So we're going to put back the double plains. I don't really particularly need them. I'm fairly certain my opponent's not running Wasteland, so we're not going to be worried about fetching around that. Hand's looking pretty good so far. So I got Wasteland for that Scrubland. They got double fetch. I don't think I want to just fire off a Wasteland here. There's a decent chance I might have like a disenchant. I kind of want to play Search for Anascanta, and we're going to do that. Hold up Counterspell for on their turn. But I want to start filtering. I want to hopefully be able to flip this soon so we can start getting the card advantage off it. I'd be very surprised if my opponent, didn't have disenchant. So we have like Council's Judgment if they just tap out for a creature or Jace or something. So I'm fine just trying to counterspell this. If they have like a Spell Pierce or a Flusterstorm, like they're gonna end up having to use it. It will help us just jam another card. And again, like search going to our graveyard when we have Replenish isn't terrible. So I'm actually fine with making this trade. We're not going to be paying for Flusterstorms. We don't end up. Stupid MTGO. Don't you know anything? Would have been nice if their Flusterstorm was targeting their disenchant and they didn't realize it. So it seems like our opponent's definitely getting salty. Yeah. My opponent's had 3 top decks counting Standstill. Okay, so we're just gonna Council's Judgment that. I'd like to draw something like a Spell Pierce, so if they have Force in hand, which seems like it might be even more likely now that they're Jace brainstorming, I would love to be able to draw like a Spell Pierce, a Flusterstorm, something. I don't know if we actually board in Flusterstorm. I don't think I did. But it'd be nice to draw like a Force of Will so we can actually just like get the Jace, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. So we are going to try and Council Judgment here regardless. Like I'm not just going to let them keep the Jace if I can help it. Yeah, they had Force. That sucks. Only my opponent knew how bad my hand was. They'd probably be facing us. Playing catch up behind a Jace, not where we want to be right now. At least we continue to draw land, even though we got rid of 2 land. It's been nice. Okay. Force of Will is not terrible. Looks like we're about to get clicked, though. I can't just let them have the click, so I have to try and counter that. Maybe I just let them have the click. I don't think I care if I actually... I have Caracas, so click's not going to be able to deal damage to me, really. So I'm fine with... If they want to take one of these cards and draw me to something else, I'm actually fine with that. They can have that. Like, the Jace is a problem, the click is not. If there's something they do want to resolve, they might take the Force of Will, but I highly doubt it. Yeah, they didn't take anything because our hand's pretty bad. I don't think there's anything to waste on here, honestly. Guess we can keep them off double white. We can keep them off black. I'm fine with keeping them off black, actually. Okay. This time they like replenish, get our search back, and like Crocus their click, but I don't want to deal with that all game. So Fairly certain this Jace is going to run with it again, though. I don't think we can beat it. Probably should have waited on that Council's Judgment. In all fairness, all we've drawn so far is a Force of Will since then. And we didn't have the ability to Council Judgment and Force, so it really didn't matter. Our opponent continuously getting card advantage means like we're not really going to be able to do much about it. And that's going to go back to hand. They can keep their click in their hand. Yeah, Cobble Therapy. They're probably going to take Force here with that. Maybe they'll take Replenish. I feel like Force is probably correct, but they might take the Replenish just because they're scared of it. Replenish is something that I don't understand, probably, so. Stoneforge Mystic, and we can't force that because we already tapped down. Okay. Let's see. This one has 3 cards in hand. One of them's Click. They'll have 4 cards in hand once they pick their equipment. Fire Skull, okay. So they have Click, Fire Skull, 2 cards. Let's see what we got here. Standstill is not good here. Could have definitely drawn better than that, but oh well. So, yeah. Top decks we want here is like Snapcaster Mage, 3 by the Council Judgment Dance, and the Jace. I mean, even if we can like end a turn, snap Swords, we can actually pressure the Jace with the Fairy Conclave and the Snapcaster Mage. So I'd actually be fine with snap Swords end a turn, but we just have to gem the search for Azcanta. Hopefully we draw some cards that are relevant. Hopefully we don't get Therapy, because that would definitely be obnoxious. There's another Disenchant. Oh yeah, they have Stoneforge to drop something in. And there's a Bear Skull. Things aren't going too well for the team. The home team is struggling right now. Search for Azcanta will flip next turn, which means it won't be able to be disenchanted. And like I said, I don't think they're running Wasteland, so we won't have to worry about that. It's tempting to animate Fairy Conclave just to block Stoneforge, but that seems like negative value. Given the fact they've seen the contents of our hand, I'm surprised they haven't started taking up the Jace. But who knows? It is worth noting my opponent's down to 5 minutes, so if we can stall at this board and whatnot, we can actually just mill our opponent. We can actually just time out our opponent, which I'm actually fine with. Yeah, that's not a card I want to resolve, so we're going to go ahead and just try to counter that. Chances are they have a counter spell for it. I can't picture they don't have like a Fluster Storm or a Force of their own. Okay, so my opponent, I don't know if my opponent's just messing with us or what's going on here. My opponent not know what my cards do? No, I'm gonna draw that Snapcaster Mage for sure. Yeah. So I think first and foremost we have to try and get this Jace off board. It could be possible they have Counter Magic still, and they're holding their Counter Magic for anything that might answer a Jace. Like we might just get Force of Will here. Yeah, there's the Force of Will. Okay, so that makes sense then. I guess I could have activated Search for Azcanta, hope to find a Spell Pierce and Spell Pierce back, but I don't know if that's worth it. So we're going to take 5 here. We could dig 4. Yeah, so I mean, I'm just going to pass turn. I'm going to dig at the end step, hopefully find something relevant. Love to find like a Supreme Verdict. They do still have the Click in hand, which is worth noting, I think. Unless they exiled it. I don't think they exiled it, though. So that was revealed. Yeah, so they still have a Click in hand, most likely. Which means if we end a turn this, like, they will probably just click out of our hand anything that they find. So we'll be lucky if they like drop a Mentor, mostly tap down, so they can't cast Click. And we just activate this, go get like a just activate like the Azcanta, go get a Supreme Verdict, and then just wipe their board. That would be the ideal play right now. But let's see what my opponent does. They can put in a Sword of Fire and Ice and equip this turn, which means that line will definitely be viable. We'll take 6, 7, 8, go to 4, and they'll drive. I don't think we need them to time out, but yeah, if the plan right now is like them timing out, then yeah, hitting Power Skull is definitely better. Yeah, so they're all tapped down. I'm going to do this now, because we find a Source of Plowshares off it. I'm going to try and just Swords the Germ token. Oh, there it is. Streamberg. Sucks we have to the bottom of Jace, but Streamberg's pretty nice. We can afford to take 8 here, so that's fine. Yeah, so we're going to 4. Their board's going to be reset. We can also like Verdict and start like checking their Jace with the Strike Conclave, which is nice. Oh, land's always good. Now let's clear this board. So we know they still have Click in hand, which is still a thing. I am going to put this Jace, get this Jace a little bit in check here. I'm fine with being tapped down. Like, we have nothing in hand, but they know we have nothing in hand. So it's not like we're bluffing anything. Alright. Let's see what our opponent does here. Like I said, we still know that we know that they still have Click in hand. They didn't tick up their Jace. So they do have Click. We can hold up Caracas with our Fairy Conclave, so we can actually bounce our Click and still beat through the Jace. Yeah, you can see the Spell Pierce in my hand, that's fine. Spell Pierce is pretty bad here. So I can't just attack the Jace, because they can just flash in the Click again. Let's think. I can animate, I can activate. So I guess if I can get to a Force of Will off this, we've used 1 Force of Will. Exile the Force of Will, so we have 2 Force of Wills down right now. We have 39 cards left in our deck. I don't know if taking 4 cards deep is enough. If I can like Caracas this and counter it back on the way down, I'm actually fine with trying to take out Jace right now. I'm going to try that. Let's bounce that now. They just have the Source Plowshares. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Yep. We're going to activate this now. As a force. Anywhere. So I am going to try and force that. Oh, with Blessed Storm or Spell Pierce? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Alright, well. They can't reclass the Click here, so that's fine with me. Which means they won't be able to attack us suited up next time, which means we won't be dead next turn, which is cool. Like, their one hope would be an end turn Snapcaster Mage to just kill us out. So they're down to 2.5 minutes. Their Jace is at 1. Given, like, the fact they're not very quick with their plays, which is really honestly why they're probably just playing better than I am. So they activated Jace looking at me. They're returning Batterskull to their hand. They can't replay it yet, so that's cool. So the other hand has at least Click and Batterskull. Stand still. I'm assuming we're getting clicked here. Of course we are. Yeah, I mean, I don't really... That's fine. If they want to take their time doing this crap, they're just going to time out, so that's fine. Yeah, if you want to put the standstill on the bottom of my library, that's fine. I'll draw another card. I don't mind that at all. Delta, okay, more land, that's cool. I'm actually fine with Delta. My own Jace the Mind Sculptor and Supreme Verdict. I mean, their Click can't particularly clock my Jace right now, and I can actually resolve this Jace. I guess their Click can clock my Jace, because I can't just cast Jace here. So that's actually really unfortunate. I'm going to try to let them just go to their turn. Hopefully they suit up, try to attack us. We just bounce their Click, make them waste a turn, basically. They might end up just clicking, getting rid of our Jace. That's the case, that's like fine. How's this? 5 mana? What do they have for 5 mana? Oh yeah, the Batterskull. That's right, that's a thing. Okay. Let's see what they do with the top card of my library. Put a card in the bottom of my library. Okay, so it must have been a good one. Yep, hello. Just bounce that now. Okay. Okay. They didn't suit up their Batterskull, so we can actually resolve a Jace. We can bounce the Germ token. Really slow things down. If they have counter magic for the Jace here, I can just try to resolve this other Jace. When they resolve Ponder, they exiled Ponder for that. Okay, you want to play dirty. Try another Jace. Hope they don't just have a Spell Pierce or Force of Will. They have a Brainstorm. They might be able to draw into something. The more they have to draw into things, though, the better for us. As long as we can resolve this Jace and bounce their Battle Skull, we're not dead. Okay, so we're not dead yet. They're just going to bounce their Battle Skull and then replay it again. Okay. Is it still doing that to us? We have Azcanta, now we have a Jason board. I don't know what exactly they gain by like still facing us. I'd be facing myself personally, but I mean I'm also not a very good player, so facing myself there probably isn't correct either. They've been like really tight on mana, so actually the Spell Pierce might end up being like really good in tilting for them. We will have to do something about this Jace soon. Okay, that's right. That's a thing. Okay. I have Azcanta, so you looking at the top cards in my library isn't really that relevant. Alright, we're gonna Azcanta right now. I guess let's put a Force of Will in our hand, any order. We're gonna need to answer this Death Right, but we do have like Azcanta to try and do more. Try and dig more at least. And here I have to kind of dig with Jace, so we're gonna do the Jace ability. I want this land. I don't want this elixir. I'm not too big on Spell Pierce right now. We'll start with the swords on this. See what they do. At this point, our opponent's definitely just going to time out. So, I mean, a win's a win, right? It feels kind of like crappy getting wins this way, but I mean, a win is a win. So, I can't tap the Caracas down. I'm going to try to dig for another Council's Judgment. I don't think I've seen the second one yet. So no Council's Judgment, but I'll get a Counterspell. And then I'll just pass turn. If they try to resolve a click, like I've got Force, Pitch Brainstorm, plus Counterspell, so they're trying to ult me. Yeah, I mean, ulting me at the point where they're at 35 seconds left. Their Jace needs like 2 more tick-ups, and then it can ult. They don't have enough time to do all that, so they have to actually try and just like click kill me. So my opponent like taking time pondering too is just like they're definitely just dead. My opponent just messaged me saying they effed up, and said what did they say? They said they effed up, but they said, but we're so damn lucky. That was the same match, yeah. Our opponent actually timed out, so we won that one. The way it was going, I think we would have won even if we had more time, but yeah, so I'm actually fine with that. Our opponent did time out. Like we had like Azcanta going, plus Jace when on board, plus Force, Brainstorm, Counterspell. So I think we were going to win that match anyways at that point. Our opponent did time out though, so that's worth noting. Like at that point though, I don't think our opponent could have outgrinded us. We likely would have found an answer for Jace or something to keep Jace in check. We just had so much dig, so finding like a Council's Judgment, finding a Snapcaster Mage shouldn't have been that hard. My opponent was very salty after game 2. We drew like we found a standstill they couldn't counter. They countered like our first 2 or 3 cards. And then we found a moat after they played like double Mentor and cast a bunch of like Cobble Therapies and whatnot. I think they would like probe into Cobble Therapy, into like another Mentor, into like Flashback Cobble Therapy. So we got a couple bombs. Their draw was pretty good all 3 games, but I definitely messed up a few lines as well. So it was a close game, but we got there. Let me think. So we have Force. We're on the draw. We're on the draw, so this Force doesn't hurt as bad. Having the Standstill, Snap Crucible is pretty nice. 3 lands, awesome. I'm going to keep this. Oh, my opponent already mulliganed to 6. Basic Island, Portent. Alright, so we're looking at miracles. What are they targeting? So they targeted themselves with Portent, which I'm fine with. Yeah, Moat's pretty awesome. Moat's a really strong card. My opponent was like, oh, you drew like 3 bombs in a row, so you won. And I was like, yeah, like I top deck a Moat. Okay. My opponent drew like 2 Flussus runs in one game that like stopped my cards from answering the cards I need to answer, so I'm not really worried about it. Game 1 was kind of like I didn't draw enough land early. Game 2 was like I drew like the right card at the right time after drawing through like 30 cards in my deck. And then Game 3 was like a very well fought game by both players. I think we both made a couple little mistakes. And at the end, it worked out in my favor, obviously, but yeah, good times. And draw land. I'm real good with the lands. So this is Miracles. We don't have to be careful with our fetch lands and our land drops and stuff. There is a chance this is back to basic Miracles. If that's the case, that's a little obnoxious, but we're drawing more lands, so this is what I've been playing. So this is one of the frustrating things I've been having with online. I've been finding a lot of games where I draw like all my land or none of my land. It's been a little bit frustrating for me overall, but I'm fine. It's just part of just variance of the game. I'm going to try and just jam a standstill here. They might have like a spell pierce or something, maybe a force. If they force, I'm just going to force back. If they have like a spell pierce or something, like they have a predict. I mean, I'm okay. Oh, they know the top card. I probably should have just countered that. I don't know if they're just digging for blue card, if they're digging for force, but I actually played against Kalos Eldrazi earlier, and one game I got a moat in play, and then they played like an Emgringer that I swords, and they cracked like 2 or 3 of my standstills. It was real fun for me. Crushed them. Alright, so their predict bottom to got rid of a Terminus. I'm assuming they named it right, right? Once put Terminus from top of the graveyard, draw 2 cards. Yeah, so they got it right. We have a lot of land. We were able to resolve the standstill, so we're actually in really good shape here. Yeah, it turns out colorless decks don't answer emote very well unless they're on, like, Wasteland. Is that a thing from Miracles now? Is that, like, Wasteland's a thing? Really? That's so greedy, isn't it? I guess with all the cantrips, I can still make all their land drops, so that makes sense, but... Double Wasteland? What the hell is going on here? Since when is Miracles on, like, multiple Wastelands? Oh, you know what? This is blue-white control. It's like blue-white, like, Miracle control, where, like, it has, like, all the blue-white control pieces, plus, like, Terminus and Entreat or whatever. So this is, like, take out the standstills, put in the Miracles cards, basically. This is basically what Matt Carando, one of our local players, actually did really well with at SCG DC or whatever. Double Wasteland, though, oh boy. Feels awkward having it fetched out those drops now. Alright, so my opponent's at 7 cards in hand. We are at 7 cards in hand now, too. So, see what happens. My opponent might try to like get a little cute and like on my end step, trying to like crack standstill and make us do something. Are you playing against Jerry or something? I know Jerry's name online is Wang, but I mean, I guess that's possible. Alright, so we're getting to a point where we're going to have to discard. A little sad, but I mean, we're fine with that. Like, I have forced double counterspell blue card. I'm going to stand still to reload after I have to dump a bunch of resources. I think this deck's mostly like a Jace and Treat deck, so I'm actually going to discard this moat. We can replenish it back later if we have to, so I'm actually fine with that. Yeah, it was awesome watching Matt Crown to do well. He's a great guy, so I was happy to see it. So my opponent's going to also go to discard, so we are playing this type of game. Yes, we found a land, so we don't have to go to discard. My opponent found a land, so I don't have to discard. Their double Wasteland means like our Conclaves and stuff are pretty much dead draws at the moment. So we won't just be able to jam a man land and start attacking. So my opponent didn't draw no lands, so I'm going to discard again. Hoping we start drawing lands again, because I would love to not have to discard. My opponent's also on standstill, apparently. I highly doubt my opponent's on a standstill list where, alright, so this is blue-white standstill mirror. Apparently. I'm going to discard this Porphyry Notes. Now that we know our opponent's on standstill, this Porphyry Notes is like never going to be live. So this is fun. I'm going to go ahead and take a screenshot of this because, yeah, that's what we do. Get this out of here. Sorry, folks. Just want to make sure I document this one. What are we on? My opponent's turn. They played a land. Oh, look at that. I drew another card. Let's see. I like the idea of having Crucible here, but I don't think it's going to be as relevant. Like, if they double Wasteland us, that's fine, I think. I think I just pitched the Crucible, right? Yeah, I'm just going to pitch the Crucible. I don't think Crucible is going to be particularly strong here. What did my opponent do? Oh, my opponent's just passing for their turn again. They're going to go back to discard. Discard another standstill. Now we got Jason and Prodigy. So I think here we're just going to discard a standstill. We're going to follow suit to my opponent, and we actually have ways to rebuy our standstills, which our opponent doesn't. So if our opponent's fine discarding standstills, I think I am too. Alrighty. What do we got here? Alright, opponent did not play a land. They drew up to 8 cards. They run a discard. They drew another standstill. Another Snapcaster Mage for us. I mean, my opponent has less cards in the library than us. Mostly our entire hand is instant speed. So we have to, I think we can outgrind our opponent. Our opponent tries to like crack our standstill to make us draw too many cards. I think we just get on there. Okay, so our opponent's doing a standstill to crack a brainstorm. I'm actually going to... I'm just going to counterspell this to start. It's probably correct I should have force-willed it. Mostly just because I want to get some cards out of our hand. I'm going to take this opportunity to cast a couple spells, though. So now we got a couple Wastelands. We got a Tundra. We got a Replenish, which is awesome. We discard our Crucible, so I don't know if we want to just discard lands. I don't think we need to hide cards. We're not going to be able to have to hide cards. I'm going to probably just discard a Snapcaster Mage and probably a Tundra, right? Snap. I'm going to have to discard 3 cards, so we're going to have to discard some lands. I think I want to keep at least a Wasteland, because we are going to want to be able to just, like, crack our opponent's, we're going to want to be able to kill our opponent's, what's it called? Man lands, so. Alright. So our opponent's wastelanding us twice. If they end up trying to pass, I'm just going to put in a Snapcaster Mage and target a counterspell to hold up. It's a little awkward that I don't have any blue mana without fetching. We have Jace Replenish on top. So I think we just leave it at this. Our opponent might just pass to the turn, not let us use our counterspell, which means we won't have to shuffle, which means we'll get to draw our Jace. Or Replenish, whatever it is. Okay. We're going to go to combat. We're going to see if our opponent wants to remove our Snapcaster Mage. If they want to, that's cool with me. So here I'm actually tempted. We have like double force plus counterspell. I'm kind of tempted to just Replenish. And we can fight them on the stack if they try to sneak in a Snapcaster Mage or anything. No, I'm not running any back to basics. It's actually tempting, loose value movement. But I don't know. I know with like Stompy, like I played that J Stompy list, like that I definitely want back to basics for in the future. This list we actually have enough random non-basics where I almost feel like we don't particularly want back to basics. Like, it doesn't kill us, but it's also not great for us either. So if this resolves, we also have force double blue card. They have a Snapcaster Mage. I mean, I'm fine with them having a Snapcaster Mage. What are they going to target? Probably Counterspell. They're targeting something like Counterspell. Chances are they're pretty light in hand. They might have just flashed on a Snapcaster Mage just to get it there. I'm actually fine with like this. I don't think I want the Jace Prince Prodigy in hand anymore, so we're going to get rid of that. We're going to have to be careful, because if we crack our like 3 standstills we're going to get in play off this, they crack that, that's 9 cards we're going to draw, and I think this is going to come down to like possible decking situation, given the build of both lists. So my opponent fetched, so they probably have something else for interaction. It's a Fluster Storm, which is unfortunate, because we can't do much. We can't do anything about that. We don't have our own Fluster Storms at the moment. So that's unfortunate, but we still have Force and Force Pitch Search if we have to. Yeah, so we're not going to play that. That's pretty good. Plus, Storm's really good in the mirror, I'm guessing. Alright, are we going to do anything else? No, we're going to have to just do this, though. Notifications. Yeah, so I don't want them to have a Jace, so we're going to go ahead and try to force that. Hopefully they don't have more permission. There was a long time where we were both just drawing, and yeah, we got completely owned. I should have probably just forced that original card on their turn, on my turn, to limit the amount of cards in our hand. But we do have like a Council's Judgment main board, so we can potentially just answer their Jace. And then if we resolve a Jace, the odds are they won't be able to answer ours. So I discarded 1 standstill, we cracked a standstill. Okay. Good things to note. Not a Enlightened Tutor, doesn't do much for us at the moment. Yeah. The Snapcaster's on defense, we can't just do that. I think Kieran's just passing. We can't just predict. Okay. Yeah, there's not much we can do about that. And they're going to draw a lot of cards off that. So yeah, we might have, I don't know if we actually punted, but we might have not played that 100%. I think flashing that Snapcaster Mage to threaten the counterspell was probably a bad play. I guess I just get too bored with these mirrors as part of the problem too. It definitely doesn't help. Not happy about this Link Tutor though. Our opponent having predicts puts them definitely a little bit ahead of us in card advantage though. On the Wasteland. So now we have the opportunity to actually restrict their mana a little bit. Not that it's particularly relevant on this board. I think we're on... So we have... They wasted 2 Tundras, we have 1 more Tundra, and we have another Plains. Yeah. Ah, this Enlightened Tutor. Very unfortunate. My opponent's getting too much card advantage with that Jace. It's going to get to a point where we're not even going to be able to... If we draw a Council Judgment, we're not even going to be able to get their Jace with it. So we're actually getting to the point where I might have to just scoop this game. As my opponent gets our Trash Canto, that's crap. Countered mine, right? No, I had to pitch mine. Okay. There's a Fairy Conclave, that's something. Pressure their Jace, that's cool. It's going to flip, and that's going to be really good in this matchup. I guess we can just Wasteland if they flip it, so that's fine. Entreat the Angels, eh? Well then, we have Supreme Verdict, so we actually aren't just dead to that. I guess we're fine with them having that, because we can top deck a Supreme Verdict, we're good. I'm not saying we're gonna top deck a Supreme Verdict, but if we do, we're okay. We didn't pitch one, right? Yeah. So it looks like they're trying to set up for a hard cast Force Will as well. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to block that. Like, my Snapcaster is going to die otherwise. Kill this off real quick. See if I can get them to tap down so they don't have access to like hardcast force. Let's see what they find. They found a Force of Will, so they definitely have Force +2 blue card at this point. Probably just dead, but if we find, even with Force +2 blue card, that doesn't stop Screenberg, so. Yeah. I think we're at 29 cards at 20. That's kind of cute. That's a Caracas, which doesn't actually do anything for us, really. Yeah. I think we might have just scooping. I'll take one hit and then like look at one top deck, and if we don't find a Screen Break, we obviously just scoop. It means we're just dead. Definitely think I'm going to be dropping moats. Moat, obviously, when they're on entreats, is not very good. Like, it'll shut down their Snapcaster mages, but I don't think that's particularly a win. Important. They're targeting themselves, right? Yep. Okay. Find the Supreme Verdict. That's a Jace. Jace does not get there. Not that we resolve a Jace anyway. Okay. Alright, so another Supreme Verdict, I think. I'm going to drop the Moat. Definitely want the Council's Judgment for their Jaces. I want the Fluster Storm to fight the counter battles. Porphyrios is probably just horrible. I think 4 Swords Plowshares is terrible. I probably want some number of Swords Plowshares anyways, so I don't want to just die to like a random man land. I want to be able to like snap plow if they have a bunch of angels. So I think that's definitely correct. I'm tempted to get one of these and play it down just for the fact that they have the Search for Azcanta. But I think that's a little too loose, especially with like Council Judgment and whatnot. So we're definitely on the grind. We definitely want our Elixir for Mortality because it's going to come down to cards at the end. Absolutely. Like I think I need Force of Will. I think on the play I don't care about all 4 Force of Wills, but on the draw I'm probably going to want them. I think I just want them all. Yeah, I think Enlightened Tutor is probably the weakest in the deck right now, so I'm going to go to that. It's going to be a lot about trading resources, and Enlightened Tutor being card disadvantage is definitely not good. Force of Will can mean the difference between winning and losing. Enlightened Tutor is just kind of like, yeah, that's a little just whatever. So yeah, that was a fun game one. Wow. Standstill Mirror. Blue White Standstill Mirror. Not something I anticipated having. I think I want to play first. I almost feel like being on the draw in this matchup is probably correct. Has everything I want, but not enough lands. I have to mulligan that, unfortunately. This has 2 lands. I'm just going to keep it. Hopefully, we can scry another one at the top. Mistress Factory is perfectly fine. Yeah, just going to lead on Tundra. And it's like, oh. I could probably just resolve an Elixir of Mortality here, but I don't think that's correct. Team Supreme Verdict's pretty good. They have to upkeep the Angels because of stuff like Portent, so having the Supreme Verdicts is nice to have in hand. Definitely want to keep track of graveyards because we're both running Snapcaster Mage and we're both running Search for Azcanta, so I'm going to keep the graveyards up. I'm going to close the chat. Okay. Hilarious if they just triggered a miracle there. That'd be hilarious. That'd be really funny. Like, oh, I guess you didn't quite stack your top 3 very well. I could probably eliminate the manlands for more basics and run back to basics. I wonder how good that would be. It would have to be a lot more on the mill plan is the only problem with that. And I can run stuff like, what's that card that like protects your planeswalkers? It's got basically a Ghost Quarter effect or a Ghostly Prison effect or whatever. It's called what is it? It's like 3 Phyrexian White, Phyrexian White. If the opponent wants to attack you, they have to pay like Phyrexian White twice or whatever. So your opponent's not even playing white, then they'd have to pay like a bunch of life. Containment Priest. I mean, I don't particularly care about that. This is never really relevant against us. It's just a creature, I guess, which is why they brought it in. It's interesting they didn't attack the Mistress Factory, so I don't know if they actually have, like... So I don't know if they actually have, like, removal in their hand at the moment. Norn's Edict, that's it. Oh, it's just plain, it's just a Phyrexian White? Okay. Let's play this out. This Elixir of Mortality, show my opponent, I mean business. We're going to go long game, and we're going to make them draw. Make them draw all their cards. Yeah, Norn's Edict could be correct. Well, that sucks. Apparently Crucible is correct in this matchup. I don't think I boarded mine out. I don't remember. Should probably pay closer attention to that. Alright, so we are going to have to fetch carefully with basics and whatnot. 26 cards in here. We have Force Blue card. They have 1 mana up, so if they have like Flusterstorm, there's no way that we can actually force through this Jace. So I'm actually tempted to not run it, but we're never going to catch them short of land because that Crucible. This kind of sucks. Huh. Sphere of Safety also protects Planeswalkers. Sphere of Safety is equal to enchantments you control. That could actually be good in this deck. As long as we have all our standstills in play, our opponent's not casting spells, I guess. So they brought in Containment Priest just to have a creature. So otherwise that card's not relevant against us. I don't think I can try and just jam this Jace here, so I'm just going to pass. I hope my opponent does not find a Wasteland. Because that really puts our mana base in a struggle. I mean, I have to assume if they're attacking them disrespected, they have removal. I'm going to try and block here. You have Force. Block. Out. Okay. 4 damage. Pump itself. Disenchant. That's obnoxious. Alright. I think we're forced to fight over this, right? Maybe not. Damn, that disenchant's good. Am I forced to fight over this? I don't think I am, but I think I'm forced to fight over the Jace. I don't think I'm forced to fight over protecting my Mistress Factory. So I'm going to go ahead and let that happen. I don't want to lose my Mistress Factory, but it's kind of unfortunate. Okay, another basic, so that's cool. Alright, we're going to try Jace here. If I can resolve this Jace, I'm going to take out target myself. I think maybe zeroing's correct, I don't know. I need Lawrence. Lawrence knows these decks way better than I do. Alright. Well, if our opponent has like Force or Flusterstorm, like, I mean, we're at the rate we're going, we're not going to get there anyway, so we're probably just dead. Flusterstorm. Divert. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Something tells me this might restart the game, though. Oh, they forced target card Jace, okay. So I had like a misdirection, make them redirect their card to misdirection, their Pyroblast. And it like reversed the game all the way back to opening hands, which were different than what we actually had for opening hands. So that's actually really unfortunate. Divert's really good. Mistress Factory's really good too. Alright. Just gonna fetch now. Just once. I'll keep a fetch line in case we draw a Brainstorm, which we can hopefully resolve. Our draws here are not very good. I might actually have to just fire off the Supreme Verdict to hit their Containment Priest, unfortunately. Really targeting with that. I'm assuming they're targeting me. There's no way they know, right? That's Wasteland from the top of the library. So they want the damn Jace Spine Sculptor, okay. The Wasteland's pretty much irrelevant here. Them having Crucible Worlds. If they find a Wasteland, then we're pretty much stuck on 6 mana for the rest of the game. we have to fire off the Supreme Verdict soon. So my opponent's in the driver's seat. They don't have to cast any spells. They can hold on to all their counter magic and what for a little while. They just have a lot more cantrips than I do, so I don't know if we can keep up with like their card selection and whatnot. Because we're very light on cantrips. We're more about having like bombs and stuff like that, and just drawing raw, just having like raw value on cards through standstills. We haven't found any standstills and haven't been able to get one, so it's really unfortunate. Probably just dead. Fortune is all 6 cards in hand, not good for me. Fluster Storm, sweet. Might actually be able to force through a spell now. I don't want to choose the Supreme Verdict. I also don't want to just die this Katana Priest. We're going to use the elixir before we resort to that. I'm going to hope my opponent has to like entreat on their turn or something so we can just verdict away angels if they do get them. Oh, my opponent found Wasteland, so we're going to be stuck to at most 6 mana. Well, I guess 7 technically. Yeah, this factory is starting to become a land, so a creature, so we get in a little bit of trouble. We need to source plowshares for that. Glad I left some number of them in the deck. Hoping my opponent just isn't all counter magic in their hand. I'm hoping they've been drawing wastelands. Mostly or land for turn. Mostly they've just been like playing land from their graveyard, so there's a chance that they don't particularly have anything. Kind of hoping that's the case. I'm going to just keep fetching out basics, though. I'll play this Fairy Conclave. If they waste their turn playing Wasteland, that's fine. Like, this is going to die anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. It's not like this is going to be like, oh, this could be our 7th mana because it comes into play tapped, so. Yeah. Try just Elixir, I guess. Probably going to end up cracking this Elixir on this turn. They're always going to kill my Fairy Conclave, like, that's fine. I did bring in, I did not, I still have Council Judgment, but I didn't bring in Aura of Silence, so we're going to need like Council Judgment for Crucible Worlds. Taking 4 here, which is not great, but it's okay. I didn't even see Manlands early, so I wish I had thought about that before I boarded out Crucible. So I definitely would love my own Wasteland here. There's a standstill. Almost, it could have been enough if it wasn't for this crap. Before the Crucible came down, that would have been nice. Get one more draw step. Let's see if they do an entreat here. If they don't just do an entreat here, I'm just going to have to fire off the Supreme Verdict to kill the Katana Priest, unfortunately. I have to hope to find a Source Plowshares to answer the Mistress Factory. The fact they're holding up all this mana is kind of concerning. I'm going to discard. I don't know if they have... I can't picture they know they have entreat. Ugh. Man, this is bad. Them having all the cantrips is definitely much better than what I've got going on here. Definitely need to answer this Mistress Factory. I don't know how I'm going to do that, though. Well, top deck Source Plowshares. Woo. Come on, swords, snap swords, and hopefully be able to actually resolve it all. Yay, Jace, that doesn't help me. Yeah, so I'm dead. I can't beat the Crucible or Mistress Factory, unfortunately, without drawing, like, swords. I did keep in some number of Swords Plowshares, thinking they'd still be necessary, but unfortunately it just didn't get there. My opponent definitely played that much better than I did. My opponent's deck list is also much more optimized than mine is. They can cast a lot more cantrips. They don't have to worry about, like... They can dig through the deck with cantrips. I have to kind of, like, resolve a standstill. I probably should have held off on that Jace a little bit longer, and that hand might have been a little sketchy to keep, but... So what is Sphere of Safety again? They have to pay X, where X is equal to the number of enchantments for each creature they want to attack with. Is that what it is? Creatures can't take... Yeah. Okay. That might actually not be bad in this deck. So for a reminder for everyone, the deck list looks like this. Get that over there. So, Porphyry Nodes, a couple Search for Ascanta, Moat. Yeah, I don't know if 4 standstills. I don't know how well I can support Sphere of Safety, but it's possible. I mean, I have like Moat and stuff as my enchantments too, so I don't know if that's really that relevant. Maybe I shouldn't even bother worrying about it. I don't really have enough enchantments to stay on the board, even if I did get Sphere of Safety in play. I'm not sold this Enlightened Tutor. This is probably going to come out. I kind of want another Replenish again. I don't know if it's correct or not, but I find when I've been running multiple Replenishes, I've been much happier. Sideboard, I'm still overall okay with. I think if I had to do anything, like dropping Porphyry Nodes actually seems pretty tempting. So dropping the Porphyry Nodes and Enlightened Tutor for like a Council Judgment, maybe another island, go up to 24 land with 5 islands. I think that's kind of where I might want to be, or if it's on island, it's probably going to be a 4th Delta. So just got to keep learning the deck and figure out where we need to go. So we want to die roll again. That's sweet. Won a couple die rolls tonight, which is unusual. We want a blue source. We have like Counterspell, Spell Pierce, so we're going to mulligan this. Tundra is our lone land, so yeah. So those last few games we found a lot of land. This game so far we're not finding any. If our opponent's playing Wasteland, we're just like dead. With just a Tundra. I'm going to scry, but we're on the play, so I don't think we can keep this. I think we're going to mulligan again. I had a practice game earlier where I mulliganed down to like 3 because all my hands. One hand was like 1 land that was like a Wasteland and all blue cards. The next hand was like... No, the first hand was like Wasteland, Plains, like all blue and like double blue cards. The second hand was like Wasteland Plains or Wasteland Crocus or something like that. And then the third hand was my 5 hand was I think just Wasteland. So it just started getting worse and worse. And then our 3-card hand was like I scryed to the top an island. I had Tundra, Brainstorm, and I think a Search for Azcanta. Obviously we lost that game regardless, but yeah. Such is my life. My opponent, after a long thought, kept 7 cards. So I'm keeping mine. I'm going to hope they're not running Wasteland. If we just get Wastelanded here, we're probably just dead. Okay, so Eldrazi Temple, we're facing this trash deck. So our hand's actually not terrible for that. Yeah, I am going to just jam a standstill here. Because I want to draw some cards. My opponent's on this trash deck. Yeah, I got like Force. We've got Swords Plowshares. If they end up like trying to just jam a Chalice here and not doing anything else, I can just force that. That's fine. If they just jam an Eldrazi here but not a Chalice, I guess okay, Displacer. That's okay actually. Moat's really good. So we didn't draw more land, which is a little awkward, and we still didn't draw more land, which is even more awkward. No, I'm not a fan of Eldrazi. I think it's a trash can deck. I cannot stand that deck whatsoever. There's not much in the world that tilts me more than Eldrazi. Oh god, this is terrible. Anything I can't stand, it's like not drawing land in a 23 or 24 land deck. So I've drawn like 5 cards now. I have the 2 land I started, like 1 land I started with, and the 1 land I drew up the top. Ugh, terrible. Alright, so our opponent's playing like, oh crap, they have enough Displacer in play. What the hell am I doing? I gotta stop complaining. Okay, they're gonna cast another spell, that's cool. It's probably gonna be a Thought-Knot Seer, yeah. Thought-Knot Seer is pretty good. I still didn't find another land. God damn it. Really? 8 cards drawn, not another land. That's frustrating. Why does MTGO hate me? I don't know what they take it. They probably just take the moat, which is unfortunate, but if I can draw another white source here, we can like Source to Plowshare as their Thought-Knot Seer to draw a card. We can Porphyry Nodes to eventually answer most of what they have on board. I'm actually tempted to Wasteland this Cavern of Souls so we can start actually countering their spells. And yeah, if Moat gets exiled, that's a sad face for us. Jesus. I don't think anyone draws as bad as I do. Sometimes. Yeah, we're in wrecked. Definitely wrecked. Our opponent's taking a good long look at our hand. Our opponent took a Swords Plowshares. Okay, so apparently they're not afraid of moat because they see we can't draw lands to save our life. There's another Wasteland, which is actually kind of cute. So I guess I'm going to play as Porphyry Nodes and Wasteland their Cavern Souls and Wasteland their Temple, I guess. I don't get land, neither do they. I'm just going to do that. I mean, I have 8 cards in hand still. That sucks. I think I'm going to discard the moat, just keep it safe. So we can replenish it back. They broke a standstill because... They broke a standstill for whatever reason. They had, like, Displacer in play, and they played a Thought Knot. I don't know what they're doing. I'm actually just going to discard the Lightning Tutor. I kind of don't want to discard the moat, because it really would require me to actually draw a... Yeah, no. Do I care about Jet? I don't think I care about Jet. Do I care about Jet? No, I don't care about Jet. Jet's fine. Whatever. Yeah, they broke a standstill. They actually had Displacer in play, and I gemmed a standstill like an idiot. And then they just cast a Thought Knot Seer, which I can't really figure out what the hell they were doing with that. Yeah. So, yeah. They're going to get their Jet active next turn, which I'm actually fine with. That Caracas means our Jace Prodigy is real bad. If we get a chance to use our Force of Will, it's probably going to be pitching Jace. Here I'll likely just flash in a Snapcast Image just to block the Thought Knot Seer if they suit it up. Because like their Agility counters will lose our Snapcast Image, they'll lose their Thought Knot Seer next turn. And then we wastelanded their Cavern of Souls so we can like start forcing their cards and whatnot. I haven't seen Black-White Eldrazi in forever. I'd have to assume this is like modern port into Legacy, but very interesting. By the way, how you doing, Aaron? I hope your weekend's been going well. Were you at PAX this week? Is that what's going on, PAX or whatever? I feel like I saw you like posting pictures of that, of something. Oh, man. Okay, my opponent's taking their time to think things through. I don't know exactly what they're thinking of, but we'll find out. My opponent disconnect or PAX Unplugged was good, played against a listener, did Iconic Monster 2 Giant Saw People. That's awesome. Okay, I don't know what my opponent's up to. My opponent's clearly doing some type of math or something, but I don't know what math they're doing. I mean, you usually put creatures in play and attack. That's pretty much what this deck does. Like, doesn't really do anything else. So I don't know what my opponent's trying to figure out. Actually, earlier I had an opponent stuck on a Sylvan Library for 15.5 minutes before I just won, so that was a little obnoxious. I wonder if that's going to happen again here. I hope not. Okay, Ancient Tomb, my opponent's back. Come on, cast a card. Don't equip Jet, cast a spell, damn it. Yeah, definitely don't want to take 4 here. I don't really have anything else to flash back with Snapcaster Mage, so I'm going to go ahead and flash that in and block. If I take 4 here, I can't potentially take 5 from a Reality Smasher later, so I don't want to take the 4 here, which is why I'm blocking currently. So that I did line that up, right? Okay, good. So like they're just going to get counters. My Porphyry Node's going to answer the Thought Knots here. We'll get an extra card draw next turn, which is going to be nice. Or lose the Porphyry Nodes, which is fine. See if we can actually draw some lands here. Yay, land! Come on, draw step. Another land. Yes, show me the land! So we're one more mana away from getting our moat online. I'm going to play the Baby Jace here. They can use the Jet counters on it or Crocus it. I'm fine with either. These Spell Pierces are slowly starting to fall off. And they're starting to. It's getting to the point where like the Spell Pierces aren't even relevant. They start removing the counters on this Jet onto the Jace as well. We actually like our Snapcasters are live to attack. I guess that won't really be that relevant since we have like moat and stuff, but yeah. Alright, now we're drawing some land. We're gonna be in good shape here. So like the Eldrazi decks are supposed to be designed to like beat on a deck that's stumbling. We've been stumbling really hard, and that this version of the deck doesn't do that very well. Yeah. Pierce is like, if I'm on the play, I can pierce like a Chalice. Yeah, if they're on like Temple or something, they can like use a Umezawa's Jit. I don't care about it on this one-on-one. That's fine. Like I said, I'm just jamming them out here. I'm going to go get basic plains. This is going to get basic island. I want to make sure my I can fix my mana as well as possible if they start drawing stuff like Wasteland. But yeah, we're just going to play a moat here. And then we have Force Pitch Spell Pierce for if they have like an Endbringer. That's pretty much the one card we're going to counter at this point. So it looks like our opponent just completely skipped through their turn. So I think now we're in really good shape. Now we can like hard cast Force too if we don't want to just lose the Spell Pierce. This 1 for 4 we don't care about. So anything that's not Endbringer, basically, we have to answer. I mean, I'm fine with Replenish. I'm fine drawing some cards. We get a Porphyry Nodes back, and we'll answer these one after another. We get 2 Standstills back, so the next card my opponent wants to cast is going to go away. So, yeah, we're going to do that. And this is what the deck's all about. We get to a favorable board state, we replenish back like 2 or 3 Standstills, and start drawing all the cards we want. It's kind of what we're trying to do with this deck, so now it's starting to function. Granted, this deck only really functions against like Eldrazi, as it seems so far. Cavern of Souls is a problem. We'll need a Wasteland to do that. We draw into something like Swords Plowshares, and they get like a Endbringer down. We'll just Swords it. Not really a big deal. We also still have this Porphyry Nodes, so it will slowly eat away at their board. Ayavugan is definitely a problem. So I can make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. So we need to Wasteland that Ayavugan soon. So I'm hoping to draw Wasteland here. It's like Ayavugan, I don't know if they're running Ulamogs, but they can go get like Ulamog or whatever and cast it. That's when we start getting in trouble. They need 1 more Soul Land for the Ayavugan ability. So they're clearly not doing that currently. I won't be able to counter whatever spell they're playing. So they got an Endbringer. Hopefully our Standstills draw us into our Swords Plowshares. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Yep, you have an Endbringer. Mimic. Yeah, I don't care about that at all. Card's basically dead. So here I'm just gonna Swords their Endbringer to make sure I get off the board right away. I have a bunch of fetch lands, so I'm gonna brainstorm at a turn. Probably gonna put back both these lands and fetch them away. Doesn't look like my opponent is running. Doesn't look like my opponent's running Wasteland, but I'm gonna keep digging and try and find a. I want to try and find a Jace the Mind Sculptor or Wasteland, so I can get rid of this stupid Ayavugan. Sartras Canta's not bad. Yeah. So use this last brainstorm, I guess. Hopefully find something relevant here. There's a Wasteland. Cool. And a Verdict. I don't think I need the Verdict, though. We're going to put back Island Verdict, I guess. Definitely just going to play Wasteland, hit their Ayavugan now. Do not want that to become a problem. Like, they can't do anything right now, so Sartras Canta Standstill, I think, just comes down right now. Okay. We'll be able to flip this Sartras Canta and find a Jace. If they don't crack the Standstill, that's fine. We'll just crack it for them, whatever. Chalice, I don't particularly care about. We are going to counter it. And now we have a Crucible in hand. We can just Crucible Wastelock them. So now we're at the point where our opponent should just be at scoop phase. Yeah, I'll put Standstill in my graveyard. I don't particularly need to draw at this point. So Can't play land yet. Don't care about opponent's graveyard. Play land for turn. So now we're just going to start wastelanding them off mana. Do people play on the actual site? Oh, I think you're talking to Throw One Thoughtseize about packs. I can't activate and play Jace, so I'm just going to wait until their turn. I'll see what they draw. I mean, at this point, I think it's just good game. They should just scoop. But they might just hang out and just die. I will likely just end up using this Azcan to the Sunken Ruin at end of turn. Hopefully find a Jace so we can get like a clock on board. It's worth noting I will need to find an Elixir of Immortality as well, so I can... Yeah, there we go. My opponent scooped. My opponent apparently is not a complete idiot. They're playing this deck, so I obviously can't give them too much the benefit of the doubt, but they're not a complete idiot. They scooped that. Alright, so we want the Council's Judgment, we want the moats. I want the Aura of Silence and Sealed Cleansing. I don't particularly want all these one-drops. So I'm going to trim Spell Pierce, Porphyro's Enlightened Tutor. Enlightened Tutor again, card disadvantage. It could be okay in this matchup. Like, it gives us the ability to, like, in response to a Thought Seer, we just kind of tutor out a moat, and if we have 4 land next turn, we can just drop a moat off the top. I don't think that's I don't think that's where we really want to be. I'm also not huge on stuff like Counterspell. It's a little slow. They have like 4 counter souls, so oftentimes Counterspell isn't that relevant. I do want at least a Spell Pierce to be able to just catch like an early Chalice of the Void. But I'm actually okay running this back now. I'm going to bring in the second Verdict. I'm going to drop the Replenish. Replenish is sweet there, but I don't think it's really that great. Against Eldrazi, we're generally going to be able to grind out card advantage against them, so I don't think Replenish is really that necessary. My wife just randomly asked me if Netflix is working on my phone, so I'm going to try and check that out for her. This hand seems bad. Like, we're against white Eldrazi, which means this hand kind of doesn't seem terrible, because they are slower than Colorless. But, to play... I think I know Mulligan. I don't have enough interaction. This is probably a little more capable. We are on the draw. Hopefully, we get a bomb that. That sucks. We definitely want some more land, but we are on the draw, so hopefully it helps. Leyland Void's a little annoying, but we're actually less dependent on our graveyard post board, so that's fine. Okay. I'm gonna fetch. I guess it does shut down our a Crucible Lock, but we can answer Leyland Void if that becomes the thing, so. Okay, that didn't get Island, what the hell? Okay, we're gonna brainstorm here. Why would Kate want to watch Netflix when she can watch you meme people? I don't think she loves me, it's fine though. She could do better, so I don't think she has to love me really, particularly. I'm gonna put Jace back to protect it, and then I'm gonna put the Aura of Silence back because I will answer the Leyline. It's a little unfortunate that we're now brainstorm locked without additional lands past the first 2. So that's going to be rough, but hopefully we'll be able to make it through. Drowsy Displacer. Yeah. Okay, I mean, we can't counter that anyway, so. Okay, Tundra. I'm going to hold up, see what they do. I don't think I'm going to have to counterspell anything, but I'm going to hold up, and if I need to use like Source Polishes on something else, I'll probably just do that. I can afford to take 3 here. They drew a Wasteland, that's not good for me. Yeah, so we're going to have to sort that now. So we're going to be really, really screwed on mana for a bit. We are so boned. What is this card going to name? It's possible I should have forcible that, but... Wasteland? Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we're really boned here. I'm going to play this Elixir of Vitality, but not that it does much. It will pad our life pool a little bit later, but yeah, this is not pretty at the moment. What we got here? Probably Thought Seer down. Right on time, yeah. We can't counter that, so Thought Seer is going to take whatever it wants. It's probably going to take Aura Silence. Might take a Jace, but we're stuck in one land, so it makes more sense to probably take Aura Silence. Or it does answer like Leyline and Pithing Needle, so. Ugh. Another game where we just don't find land. Just waiting for the next game where we get flooded out again. It's only 5 cards in my hand. How long could it take you to read them all? Am I 1-0 against this deck right now, or am I 1-1 against this deck? It's game 2? I think this is game 2, right? Game 1, I Crucible locked them. Went to sideboard, and then we're in. Yeah, okay. So I can actually afford to drop a game, which is fine. What the hell did they exile? Forcible? Okay, that doesn't seem great, but whatever. Forcible seems like one of the least relevant cards in my hand currently. So I don't know why exactly they did that, but cool. Ugh. This counterspell is falling off real quick. This is a thought knot that's going to make me real sad. I mean, Reality Smash was I meant to say, but yeah, that's going to make me real sad. Alright, so I'm going to 9. Yeah. We now know my opponent is running Wasteland. That's good to know. Oh, that's the land we're needed. We're going to be fetching, so I don't think I can just get rid of... We're just dead, right? Yeah, we can't answer anything, so we're just going to concede. I need a Source Plowshares there to like hit the Thought Knot, not die to the Reality Smasher, and then just like Council's Judgment. So that was unfortunate. Alright, back on the play. I don't know if I even want some of this counter magic. On the play, I think I don't want the 2 forces. I think I want at least 1 Spell Pierce more. Leylines are actually tempting, but I don't think I particularly want them. I guess Porphyry Nose was actually okay that one game we had it. I'm going to try out Enlighten Tutor as well. Kind of like the idea of Enlighten Tutor. I'll drop a Source of Plowshares, I guess. Do I want a Source of Plowshares? Yeah, I'm going to drop a Source of Plowshares, that's fine. In the play, like I could actually afford to just use my 3-drop spells and my 4 drops and whatnot, so it's possible the Supreme Verdicts are incorrect just because they're sorcery speed, and when my opponent Thought Knots, they're actually super exposed to a Thought Knot Seer, so it's possible my Supreme Verdicts could be something else. Kind of like the idea of Light Tutor too, for like Sealed Cleansing or Aura Silence to counter like to kill a Leyline with Void or whatnot. Only really if I can get Crucible Wasteland off is that really that relevant, but I would love to play first actually. Yeah, I mean, it's got pretty much everything I want. I'm just gonna start with the island. I don't really want to expose Tundra. It might be correct to play Tundra. They turn 1 something. I can just Swords it, and then we're exposed to Wasteland, which I don't like. Being stuck on 2 lands, I don't just want to open ourselves to Wasteland. Chalice kind of shuts down Sword Splash here, so that's a little awkward. I'm going to lead on Trascanta. I want to lead on Standstill, but I want to have Standstill when we can actually like cast something off it when it cracks. So I'm going to play with Search first. So Sword Splashers are dead in hand. Can't be countered. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Put Force on my graveyard. Kind of feel like we don't want to, but yeah, it doesn't really do much here. Yeah, another land is awesome, so that's great. I want to be able to snap and kill that, but I need to answer Chalice first, which is unfortunate. So hopefully we'll find a Council Judgment sooner rather than later. My opponent's not running Orborg. They can't hardcast a Leyline, which means we should be able to get the search online. I'm not just going to lock that with a Snapcaster Mage. I can't dummy check my opponent with the Swords of Plowshares through their Chalice because, you know, Magic Online doesn't miss triggers. What do we got here? Thought Not Seer is pretty annoying, if that's what it is. Chalice for 2? That's obnoxious. I don't like my opponent. I kind of want that Force Will now. Alright, well, I'm going to play Snapcaster Mage here, just get on board. It's not particularly relevant, but I'd rather not have this strain into my hand when it could be a jump blocker. Chalice for 2 is definitely a problem. But Orison Sonic Gravity, no. I want that in my hand so bad. Let's see. Planes. I don't think I care about the Chalice for 2 so much. But I might want to blow up the Chalice for 1 just to open up Swords of Plowshares on their creatures. So Chalice for 2 might be a problem. It's kind of a problem, but I'm not too worried about it. Depending on what they do on their turn, if they just end up like doing nothing and passing, I'll probably just Aura blow up the Chalice at 2. Next turn, like stand still, like Swords and no, I can't Swords and stand, so I'd have to blow up Chalice for 1. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah. I think I can actually, can I erase this? I don't know if I can erase this, but I'm going to give them 1 attack that's free. I hate these Chalices. Should have kept the Force of Will. I guess I would have been 1 turn behind on the Aura Silence there. Okay. Okay, my opponent has a Eldrazi Temple, so now they got a lot of mana. This could be indicative of seeing a Endbringer, which is one of the few cards we can't particularly shut down with a moat, so I think we're going to end up having to blow up this Chalice for 1. And Swordsing both creatures. Tundra in my graveyard? No, I definitely want Tundra. So we don't actually have to blow up Chalice for 1 now. We can actually just wrath the board. I obviously don't care about my Snapcaster Mage right now, considering what their board has, so we're just going to do that. Another Caverner Souls, okay. So we're not going to be counting their Eldrazi creatures anytime soon. Thought Not Seer is a little annoying, but I mean, we're going to be able to blow up Chalice and answer it. They might take Standstill, but I don't think that's correct. Taking Source Plowshare seems far more relevant. So in response to this, I cracked this, go to 5 cards, 6 cards in my graveyard. So and then mill card, I could flip this. I don't know if that's going to be correct. Depends on what the card on top is. I don't think trying to set this up for next turn is going to be correct, though. So I will just wait a turn, figure out what happens, and play from there. I do want to draw land, but not particularly. Yeah, I'm going to put Blue Delta in my graveyard, see what we can draw. Okay, so we drew a Fledgstrand, so that actually worked out pretty well. Fetch. Just going to get a Tundra. My opponent hasn't drawn any Wastelands yet. They might draw Wastelands soon, but they haven't yet, so. Let's start with an Aura of Silence on that Chalice for 1. Swords their Thought Knot, see what we draw off that. Spell Pierce is probably one of the worst draws we could have had, but that's fine. It happens. Our next turn, our Search for Escantal will flip, so it'll allow us to dig a little bit deeper into our deck. Not having Replenish in the deck is kind of sucked right now. Pithing Needle, what are we going to name, like Wasteland probably? I guess I'm fine with that. Like, Spell Pierce isn't going to stop that. I guess I could have used Spell Pierce just to like tax their mana a little more this turn. Like, they really want to resolve this Pithing Needle, they have to pay for Spell Pierce. They can't play it on the creature. But also, just like, if they gem a Reality Smasher, I want to be able to Swords, pitch Spell Pierce so it doesn't get countered. So I'm actually fine with the Pithing Needle. No! They named this. Alright, I'm just going to try and Spell Pierce that. So apparently blowing up that Chalice was actually beneficial to my opponent a little bit. Okay. Now they'll probably name Wasteland, I assume. They might name Jace the Mind Sculptor, but that would seem correct actually. Yeah, Jace the Mind Sculptor. So we still have Wasteland active, so that's cool. Okay. Yeah, we're going to bid in the Jace Mind Sculptor. We're not going to transform this. And we found a Crucible World, so that's kind of neat. Alright, so if we can find a Wasteland, we can start locking them out. That'd be great. Just realized we can't hit a Relay Smash with swords until we draw our next turn. We'll get countered. All is dust. To hit a card that we can, I guess it does still filter us, so that is something. That seems kind of weak, honestly. Hey, look, Jason's Prodigy. That's a 2-drop, though. I can't play that. That sucks. Yeah, okay. That's cute. Alright. Wanna find a wasteland. That means Jay's getting to play, too? Like, even, okay. Mode's pretty cute, so we'll put a Moat in play. That's fine. Play a land from our graveyard. Pass the turn. Kind of wish I had Replenish now. Snapcaster Major shut down, so we need like a Council's Judgment to answer this. So now we have Wasteland. So now our opponent's definitely in a little bit of trouble. I'm going to answer their counter souls first. I guess I don't have counter magic, so answering their soul lands is probably better. I'll likely keep answering their soul lands after this. Double black, so I'm assuming there's going to be a Leyline of the Void. Yeah, it's Leyline of the Void. That's obnoxious. Okay. Crack ass. That sucks. Okay. Yeah. That was great. Yeah. That Leyline of the Void's a little obnoxious. Guess my main concern right now is if they have something like Helm of Obedience. Now they have Ayabugan. That's not good. They have a lot of lands. So I'm going to have to play this Wasteland and hit that Ayabugan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they can definitely tutor. At the moment, they can't play Ulamog. Oh, I don't want to lose this Wasteland. That's stupid Leyline, but I kind of have to. So if they have Ulamog, they can tutor it here. If they find it on a land off the top, they can actually cast it. I can hit like Crucible Moat or something. Can't do much about that. Ugh, draws just not come together this game. I'm getting Chalice for 1, Chalice for 2 kind of screw us as well. I need another answer to this other Chalice. Now I really want to find an answer like Chalice and Leyline. Endbringer? Okay, that's fine. We have Source Splashers in hand. You can have an Endbringer. I'm assuming they don't have Ulamog, otherwise I figured they would have gone for that. But if they just have like Endbringers, like we're good. Like, I can Swords that all day. I'll Swords the crap out of that card. Sorry, you play that Endbringer. You get Rectard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you got an Endbringer. Look at that. I can't counter that. Oh boy, you got me. Alright. I gained 5 life. Hey, look, Plains. Yeah, I'm gonna do some fetching now. Island. Tundra. Plains. Alright. I am still going to hold this Moat in hand, because if they just have like an Ulamog, I want to be able to cast a Moat after they try and get me. So, yeah. What our opponent top deck? Oblivion Sower. Oh, we have a lot of lands in exile, so they're gonna have a lot of hits with that. That Leyline and Oblivion Sower are pretty good together. So what do they? So they got Standstill, Snapcaster Mage, Porphyry Nose. Are you freaking kidding me right now? Ugh, could that have hit any better? And they played Norborg, so now they have like a lot of mana. That's great. Okay, this can't attack anyway, so we're still okay. Oh, I guess that actually wasn't bad. Hitting Standstill, Snapcaster Mage, all cards we can't cast anyway, so actually that's fine. I was a little annoyed by that, but I'm actually okay with that. Alright, we're going to play this Elixir. I think play this. I'm going to fetch. I think we're going to get a shuffle with Elixir, get all these cards back into our library. I'd love to draw a Jace Line Sculptor. Love to be able to draw a Supreme Aura Silence again. I really want to answer this Chalice of the Void. This Chalice on 2 actually kind of hurts us. So right now I have a Sealed Cleansing, which gets countered by Chalice. I have 2 Council Judgment, which does not get countered by Chalice. My opponent has my Wasteland. That's obnoxious. Oh my god, this is a Ulamog. I think this is a Ulamog. Right. No, endless 1 for 12. Okay, that's... Sure. You have an endless 1 for 12. I could give a crap less. Oh look, found another land. Sweet. Crap, I didn't shuffle. This sucks. I want to draw a Brainstorm. I also want to draw a Council Judgment. Wouldn't mind Supreme Verdict. Wouldn't mind a Jace. How many cards I wouldn't mind drawing right now? Jason's pretty much at the top of the list. Aura Silence is a close second, I think. So Aura Silence, at least I can bluff this Chalice, get this Jace online and flipped. We can get to a point where we can actually mill our opponent out. So Aura Silence, Council Judgment. Oh, Aura Silence is our graveyard. Council Judgment, Jace, the Mind Sculptor. Like, I guess, like, Supreme Verdict is fine right here. I guess ideally, like, Serenity would be perfect on this board, but... we'd lose a bunch of our stuff, but we have a backup mode, and then we have, like, Elixir, so... So my opponent trying to figure out all the different ways they can't win this game. Is that what's going on here? It'd be hilarious if they wasteland me here. Wasteland me, play Oblivion Sower, get another wasteland me again. It'd be hilarious if they start doing that. So they hit up Porphyry Nodes. Source Power Shares, 10 stones. Ugh, I want my opponent to do something. I don't think you can beat this. How many Endbringers have I answered? Do you have more than one Endbringer? You probably have at least one more Endbringer. My opponent's stuck on stupid? What's going on here? Alright. How's everyone's night going? We're waiting currently. Not precisely sure what my opponent's doing, but we are waiting for them. Oh, hey, look, they passed. They did nothing. Okay. I am going to crack this elixir now. We have no more fetchable sources, so we're not going to crack the Blue Delta. Hey, look, Mistress Factory. Sweet. I shuffle land just to draw land. Awesome. Jesus. Yeah, opponent has quite a few permanents. I would not mind, like... Well, I guess I would mind having a... Oh, that's awkward. I'm going to lose this mode now. That's unfortunate. My opponent's a jerk. Should have just jammed the second joke. I don't think my opponent has a little mug. I should have just jammed the second moat. Holding in hand for the Thought-Knot Seer to come down. It's kind of awkward. My opponent, like, I already have a moat. My opponent might just take Chase Prince Prodigy, thinking, like, oh, we can cast that at some point. Hopefully my opponent's very dumb. Yeah, so they took Chase Prince Prodigy when there's a Chalice for 2 on board. So my opponent's not exactly the brightest bulb in my closet. Hey, look at that! We got a Jace on board. Look at that. We're going to tap this for black. Yay! Woo! Oh no, Jace's Pithing Needle! Damn it! Son of a bitch! I'm sorry for the language, people. Forgot that Jace was Pithing Needle. So now we want an answer to that one Pithing Needle. I don't care about anything else, I just want to answer that one Pithing Needle. My graveyard's going to be empty for a while because we have that Leyline Void. I'm going to get rid of the chat, so hopefully that expands things. There are a lot of permanents in play, though, for sure. X equals 3. No! So let me think. Chalice with X equals 3. What can I still resolve in this deck that matters? I can still get a Fairy Conclave out, but they have my Wasteland, so I'd have to find a Wasteland, then a Fairy Conclave. And then I can start beating their face again. What do we have for 4-drops? Like Supreme Rare can wipe their board. Jesus, all those chalices. I guess there are Drowsy Displacers are shut down, so that's kind of cool. There's some way. So it seems like they're on the Mill-S plan, but I think with how long they've been taking for turns, if they're going to try and make us draw through our entire deck and lose that way, we can just make them time out. Which I don't particularly want to do because I want to make sure this is entertaining for all of you. But unfortunately, my opponent's just been really slow at their lines and whatnot. Surprised they haven't top decked another Ayabugan. Cavern does get displaced through Chalice. That is a good point. Cavern is very obnoxious. How many Caverns have I answered so far? Just one? They have one in play, so that's 2. So they have 2 more probably. Assuming they have 1 or 2 more Ayabugans. I have no idea what my opponent's waiting on. Come on, opponent. Do something, please. I guess we can just keep drawing, like... I guess Elixir of Immortality actually gives us a way to not mill, technically. So I guess we can just keep drawing that. When we get down to, like, 1 card and that's the 1 card left in our library, we can just keep drawing that, and then we can never lose. Unless our opponent gets a Displacer and, like, blinks their Thought-Knot Seer. Alright, another Jason Mind Sculptor, not a great draw. As we learned, our chase is shut off by Pathing Needle. We just F6 here. Oh, they found Ayabugan, okay. What do they have that they can tutor up? Like just Endbringer? So we need to find like our last Swords Plowshares or one of our last Swords Plowshares, right? How many swords have been exiled? 1. So we still have 2 more in the deck. Yep. You get your Displacer and your Chalice can't counter it. Yay, Council Judgment, which gets countered. That sucks. So they're going to displace their Thought-Knot Seer. Which means we have to draw a card first. Which means we can get a Swords Plowshares off the card we're drawing. Supreme Verdict. Damn it. That would have been so good right there. I guess our opponent can actually force us to mill out faster than they will. Just because Thought-Knot Seer is going to make us draw extra cards. But they're still at 3 minutes. How slow they do their actions. They're going to time out. We're going to win. Oh, that Chalice went through with a beating. Very Conclave. They cannot do anything about. This is cute. I kind of like this interaction. Okay, Floodstrand. So we're finding more land, which is awesome. They're going to take one of these 3 cards. None of these 3 cards is really relevant. I'm going to play the Fairy Conclave here. I can start threatening a clock again, which is nice. They do have my Wasteland, which means they can just Wasteland it, which is fine. I'm actually okay with that. Counterspell gets countered, so I can't cast that. Hoping to find Source Plowshare so I can hit the Self-Drowsy Displacer and put a stop to this. Nope, search for Ascanto, which would get countered anyway. I guess at this point they can just take Spell Pierce, but it's not really doing much for them. Yeah, they took Search for Ascanto. Are they going to do this again? Oh, they got Tutor. Okay, they're going to Tutor. What are they tutoring? Can't believe my opponent hasn't tutored for like an Ulamog. Does my opponent not have an Ulamog or something? Doesn't make sense. Well, let's see if they realize they have my wasteland, I guess. I'm gonna try something. I guess they could also blink it with their displacer. Oh, they tap their ancient tombs though. And they tap my wasteland, so actually that's sweet. Yay! Just playing another Drowsy Temple. Okay. Another Oblivion Sower. What do we got here? So they're trying to mill me out. And I'm trying to time them out. Is basically where we're at right now. So I found my Elixir of Immortality, which is unfortunate. They get a couple fetch lands, right? So the Elixir of Immortality is unfortunate because now I can't prevent myself from milling as easily. I've already seen 3 Chalice of the Void, right? 1, 2, yeah. I've already seen 3 Chalice of the Void, so they have 1 more Chalice of the Void they could just put on 1, which means if we do find a Swords of Plowshares eventually, it may not matter. I'm going to wasteland my Fairy Conclave, which is whatever at this point. Aura of Silence would have been nice if they didn't have a Chalice for 3. Yeah, the amount of time they spend doing all this crap, like, they're not going to be able to mill me. They are just going to time out. I don't know if they realize that. Okay. Wasteland's nice. I can kill this Ayabugan, I guess. Boy. Okay, they're tutoring again. Probably not Oblivion Silver, so I have to assume. Eldrazi Displacer? Okay. I don't know what additional Eldrazi Displacers really does for them. I am going to get rid of this Ayabugan, though. Like, their main thing right now is, like, Oblivion Silver is going to kill me. Because I could actually shut this down eventually. I guess they got another Eldrazi Displacer, so now with the Swords of Plowshares, I can't just kill it. They have a second Eldrazi Displacer, so they can actually save it with the first one. So if they're stupid enough, so they didn't play it. So if I just draw Swords of Plowshares here, I shut this down. So I can brainstorm a response, which is cool. There's a Swords of Plowshares, sweet. And a Wasteland, which is nice. Put these back. I will just Swords this stupid Displacer. They do have a backup Displacer. My Force of Will can't particularly hit it. Are they doing Thought Knot again in response to that? Okay. Sure. Yeah. Okay. Draw me some lands. There's no way I can stop their other Eldrazi Displacer coming down. But at this rate, I should be able to... Yeah, build them. Probably going to Wasteland Orborg. I don't particularly want them to have access to all that extra mana. And, like, mana that they don't have to damage themselves with. Like, all my fetch lands being able to tap for mana is annoying. Their Ancient Tombs being able to tap for mana that's not damaging is kind of annoying. So I'm at 15 cards there, 51 seconds. I think we definitely got this. I have 1 more Swords of Plowshares in my deck. So they have a Eldrazi Displacer in hand. So I'm going to have to draw that Swords of Plowshares to answer this Eldrazi Displacer. How many Eldrazi Displacers is that I've answered? So there's 1, 2, that's a third. I don't know if they run a 4th. There's a chance they run a 4th, but I don't know how good that is, so see what happens. They only really hit me like once a turn with that, twice a turn once they untap, but at the moment they can only hit me once a turn, so Snapcaster Mage is a bad draw. Oh, I'm sorry for everyone how boring this game went. Alright, they're doing this again. They took damage off Ancient Tomb? Is that what just happened? Oh, they just the Mind Sculptor, which is irrelevant because they have Tithing Eagle on it. Jesus. I think I care about playing this land. I might as well just keep it in hand. If I draw like a Brainstorm or something, it's something else I can put back. Awkwardly, there's Chalice for 2 or 3, but not a Chalice for 1, which is unusual. Seal Cleansing would be nice if there wasn't a Chalice for 2 on board. So at this point, my opponent's trying not to run down their clock, but They're just going to hit F6 every time, but I just won that. So my opponent lost. 2-1 now in the league. Beat Eldrazi. Beat, what was it? Lost to Blue-White Standstill. I know that was the second round. This player was actually very good, and I did not play very well. They definitely outplayed us for sure. I don't even round one. Round one actually went to time as well. This is horrible. I'm so sorry, everyone that has to deal with all these matches going to time. I'm actually getting exhausted, too, doing this. I've been streaming for 2 hours and 20 minutes now. This is the worst. I'm going to be at this all damn night. Ugh. Yeah, we got another match. Let's get right into it. Getting tired. I rolled a 5, my opponent rolled a 1. We will play first. We have lands, Spell Pierce, Counterspell, Standstill, Double Chase. Double Chase is a little awkward, but I think I keep this because most everything else is in order. My opponent can mulligan into Oblivion, that would help a little bit. Since we've mulliganed into Oblivion a few times. Alright, I'm going to lead on Pluto Delta and just say go. We have Sun Protection if my opponent's on something like Charbelcher. I'm playing a lot of Charbelcher in the tournament practice room. Okay, Volcanic Island. Decent chance we're playing against Rug Delver. Which makes this double fetch opening hand real awkward. That's why I need to play aggressive decks from time to time. Don't try and tell me what to do, Levi. Ugh. We're definitely playing against Rug Delver. They definitely have Stifle. Like, they haven't committed anything to the board. We played double fetch, so they definitely have double Stifle. They definitely have at least one Stifle. Unfortunately, I think I just have to play this stupid game with them, hope they tap down one of their lands. Okay. 3 lands in play? That's weird. Ugh. Oh, yeah. 8 cards. Yeah, I have to force something. Probably getting stifled here. Yeah. Brainstorming response. I want to force that, but yeah. I'm going to try and force that. See if I can force something here. We had 8 cards in hand. We had to do something. This is probably weak, but not drawing land is just miserable. I have to try and fire off my own brainstorm. Unfortunately, I have to pick the battles here. Okay, so I go with that. They might just fetch in response to this. Okay, so they're on Grixis. Brainstorm response. Okay, I'm going to fetch in response to that. I don't know why they're trying to... It feels like they're trying to actually draw into a Stifle for my fetch, which makes me just want to, fight over these Brainstorms. This might just be them, completely and utterly... Yeah. They might just be completely and utterly trying to, draw me in, which would really suck if that's the case, and we end up just getting blown out. We do all that, and then they just stifle me anyway. But I would have gone to discard. I need to try and resolve this Brainstorm so I can find a 3rd land drop, because being short land drops is not good for us. They fetch here, chances are we're getting stifled. Okay, so we got away with it. We don't particularly need a white source yet, so I'm just going to get another island just to protect from Wasteland. Hope they don't have days here, because I definitely need to, again, I need to find another land. So I found another land. We are Brainstorm locked, which is aggravating, to say the least. Alright. So now we have, Snap Brainstorm up for next turn. We have Snap Spell Pierce if we need to. So my opponent has Underground Sea in hand. So they still have Underground Sea in hand, most likely. These Brainstorms didn't resolve, so... They have this in play, Underground Sea in hand, and True Nemesis on board. Sweet. We do have a Moat on top of our library, which we can't currently cast, but we can hopefully get there. Yeah, I mean, I just... Ugh, this is terrible. True Name is not something we should generally lose to, but something we'll likely lose to here. So we can definitely resolve Moat. We're not going to be fetching, so I'm going to put Moat Jace back, because I don't think I want to just... I don't think I'm going to want to just, jam a Jace on board without... I don't think I want to just jam a Moat when we don't have protection for it, so I'm probably next turn going to try and jam Jace with, Wasteland as, Daze back up, and then I'll try and jam him out the next turn. So Jace Resolve, that'd be awesome. Probably just Brainstorm, let the True Name eat it, if that's the case. Alright. It's possible I should have kept out this Wasteland. I don't think I just want to lose the Bolts. I'm not actually going to Fate Seal my opponent. It's probably worth it to just Fate Seal me and just keep it on top. But, yeah, put that on bottom. Okay. That's why it takes Bolt and True Name to kill my Jace, not just True Name. I probably should attack there with Snapcaster Mage. I may be playing this deck, but it doesn't necessarily mean I'm good at playing this deck. 2 red, Young Pyromancer maybe? Red, blue, Young Pyromancer? Okay. So that boat's going to be real good if we can resolve it. Bolt targeting us, probably. Yep. It's going to redirect. Probably redirect, and then True Name will finish off the Jace. Our opponent's just going to use a bunch of resources here, and we can definitely deduce that they don't have like a Force of Will with blue card. Or like a Spell Pierce or whatever, then we can actually just jam them out. And actually, even if they counter them out, we do have Replenish for backup, so there's that. I think we have to play around Daze, so we can't just use this Wasteland. If they have Spell Pierce, it's gonna suck. But even if they have Daze, like either way, we're just if we Wasteland them, they have Daze, they can still use the Daze. If they have Spell Pierce, then we're just screwed either way, so it doesn't matter. This moat will keep all their creatures at bay. Now they're just basically Delver or bust. And if this is more like a Grixis control deck, we don't particularly have to worry about Delver even. So, all right. They can't kill us what they have on board, so I'm actually okay trying to. I think I'm okay trying to jam a Standstill shortly. I'm probably going to wait until next turn. I want to hold up Counterspell in case they have something weird, and then be able to Brainstorm end a turn if they don't do anything. So I would like to get some protection and like see if we can like actually like correct. If we can actually protect whatever it is we're trying to cast. So we now have another blue source. Now we can actually drop a Standstill and have Counterspell up, because they do have something that we need to interact with. They have like Force Blue card or whatever. They have Force Blue card or Spell Pierce or whatnot. We can actually pay for Spell Pierce and Force Blue card. So we can counter Force Blue card with Counterspell. Okay, so they scooped. I'm assuming they can't beat a moat. We definitely want our Council's Judgments and Supreme Verdicts. Moat was really good there, but I don't think we need an extra moat. Replenish is just super slow, so we're going to get rid of that. We want a couple of Fluster Storms to fight them on the counter war, for a counter war. We don't care about Seal or Aura of Silence, so we're going to keep those out. Again, Light and Tutor that we've been discovering a lot is card disadvantage. Against Grixis, it's a lot about card advantage. We're on the draw, so we're probably going to keep the Forces. I am going to drop a Counterspell. On the play, I'll likely drop a Force for the Counterspell again. Hopefully we won't end up on the play. Hopefully we can just win. That'd be nice. And this is actually maybe one of our fastest matchups. Get paired against Eldrazi, and this is going to be one of our fastest matchups, probably. Actually, interesting enough, I think the mirror match was the fastest. Dredge won the Classic. Sweet. So apparently Dredge is doing well in Legacy. That's exciting to see. I'm sure Erin Campbell is going to be super excited to see that. Of course, now she's going to get super pissed because now all the Graveyard Hate's going to be back at full force. It's a little awkward. If we get Wastelanded, we're in trouble. The double Brainstorm, I hate that so much. Double Brainstorm makes me want to keep it. I'm going to keep it. I'm on the draw as well. So we will have a chance to draw some cards, which is fine. I'll likely lead on Island. Underground Sea. This is like a death right. I'm probably going to try and enforce it. Couple Therapy, that's obnoxious. I'll let that happen. I don't think they name Force or Jace. They might, but let's see what they name. If they name Brainstorm, that's going to be even more awkward. Source Plowshares. Okay, cool. Yeah, you missed. Now we just got to try and keep we got to try and keep their creatures off board now. Okay. Alright, so Fledge Trent's pretty good. Makes our Brainstorms a little more pretty. Because obviously Brainstorm locking yourself is miserable. What we got here? You got a young pyromancer for me, bruh? Come on, sweetie. Delver. Yeah, I'm gonna brainstorm a response. I don't have to fetch right away, so I'm gonna put back Verdict Chase. That Delver can resolve. I'll probably just jam a Tundra and try to swords it. Have force backup and brainstorm if I need to draw into other things. I don't particularly want to force pitch a Jace, but I think we need to save the Supreme Verdict in the event we get to a point in the matchup where they have like a true name, young pyromancer, maybe a bunch of tokens. So I think we have to be able to save the true name and whatnot. So I can actually, this is the second spell, so I can force a copy and pay for a copy if I really want to counter this Delver. I'm actually going to do that. It's probably not correct. It's probably kind of funny to do, but I think answering this Delver is really where I want to be. And if it gets the Fluster on the other hand, I'm actually fine with that. If we got Dazed there, that would have been wicked horrible, but we end up getting there. They have 3 cards, we have 4 cards. We know we have Supreme Verdict on top, Jason hand. So we're actually in pretty good shape right now. Young Pyromancer. Again, we have Supreme Verdict on top, so we're actually not upset to see that Young Pyromancer. We're okay. They have Probe, Cobble Therapy. We're probably going to lose the Jace here. When we revealed our hand, did we reveal the Supreme Verdict? Okay, so we did reveal the Supreme Verdict. We haven't shuffled, so they probably realize that we have Supreme Verdict. So they might not just Cobble Therapy us now. Yeah. Probing us again. Hoping they just Cobble Therapy us now because I don't want to have to fight over Cobble Therapy when we draw our Supreme Verdict. I'd rather just be able to use our Supreme Verdict, but let's see what happens. My opponent catches me with that. It's going to be really unfortunate, but see what happens, I guess. Don't catch Supreme Verdict in my hand, buddy. A clever opponent will know we have it. A not so clever opponent will not realize that it's still in our hand. Brainstorm. A lot of tokens. I was really hoping they'd use that Cobble Therapy on Jace. My opponent's smarter than I am. Yeah, so they attack first so they can sack a token post-combat, get as much damage as possible. So here's where they sack a token for Cobble Therapy, naming Supreme Verdict for sure. If they forgot that Supreme Verdict might have been on top, they named Jace, but I have to assume they're going to name Supreme Verdict. They wanted to take care of the Jace, they would have just done it last turn because it would have netted the same. Yeah, so they got Supreme Verdict. So we're going to probably Jace Brainstorm on our turn. Hope to draw into like Moat or something and protect it. Wasteland's unfortunate for us. Keeps us off Chase for another turn. So we're getting like templated out pretty hard here, which is really unfortunate. If we get stifled here, it's going to suck because we ran that out for no reason, if that means. I'm going to get a Plains because we want to make sure we have white source. We're going to take 2, 3, 4, 5, put us to 8. If they have Bolt, that puts us to 5 plus another token, so 4. So I can't play a Moat if we find one, unfortunately. And Wasteland threw that off. Can't play a Supreme Verdict if we draw another one. I think with this Bolt, it might just end up being dead. So that's going to be 3, 4, 5, 7. I'll put us to 3. If they have another Bolt, we're just dead. If they randomly run Snapcaster and Bolt, we are definitely just dead. I don't think there's anything we can really top deck here that actually saves us. Right? Yeah, I guess we just brainstorm for the hell of it. Let's see what we would have drawn. Okay, so Elixir doesn't save us, because that's 5, 6, 7. Actually, Elixir puts us to 1. But nothing else here saves us, so we're just going to concede. We're going to go to game 3. We definitely can't beat that at this point. Kind of want another Moat. I don't think it's correct, though. Alright, bring in a counterspell, drop a Force. Drop a second Force, bring in a Moat. I think that's what I want to do here. Oh, it's particularly correct. I'm going to drop a Search. I'm going to drop the Jace Prince Prodigy for a Search. I think the Search for Ascans is going to be harder for them to answer, and it's going to be better dig later, and it can ramp me a little bit mana early in the game, so I think that's going to be worth it. It's tempting to bring in Porphyry Nodes, but Young Pyromancer makes Porphyry Nodes real miserable. Alright. They're running Cobble Therapy, so I'm going to start holding up Brainstorms and whatnot. if I have to respond to a Cobble Therapy, I'll be using Brainstorms when a Cobble Therapy hits rather than like just randomly to fix the hand throughout the game, kind of smooth out the draws. Hiding cards against Cobble Therapy is probably better. Yeah, I'll keep this. That's fine. All right. I would like if we don't have to fetch a white source to Swords Plowshares on their first turn. They're on the draw. Chances are they have like they're probably on their forces and not on their dazes if they follow the normal Delver routine. Could be they kept dazes just because I know we have like a high curve. We chase the Mind Sculptor and moat, stuff like that. Who knows? La di da di da di da. Okay, Underground C. Worst part is they Cobble Therapy after that good Taxing Probe. Like we don't have doubles of any card in hand. I think we just have to let that happen. Unfortunately. Tundra. I don't think I just jam a Standstill here. I kind of want to jam a Standstill here, but I don't think I can. They just have days like that. It just sucks. Brainstorm. I'm going to fetch now. I'm going to get a basic island. It's tempting to counter that, but I don't think I need to. It might be correct to counter that, but I don't think that they're particularly digging into anything that's going to hurt us too much. Like if they're doing that just to draw into Cobble Therapy, like that's just weak as hell. I will cast a Brainstorm in response to that. Huh. Well, I kind of want to keep my Standstill and my Swords Plowshares. So they might name Karis. Huh. I'm going to put back Swords Plowshare Standstill. Like next turn, if they do play Creature, I can go Porphyry Node Standstill next turn. I could also just like Wasteland them and Standstill. That's what they go for. If they go for Counterspell, it's going to suck. I don't think they're going to go for Counterspell though. They're going to go for probably like Swords or... Okay, they went for Standstill. Cool. So, eat a dick. Enjoy that opponent. If they fetch, play a creature, and sack the creature just to flashback Cobble Therapy to get the counterspells out of my hand, I'll consider that a victory. Like, I don't even care if that's the case. If they want to do that, that's perfectly fine with them. Yeah. My counterspells, please. I don't care. Yeah, they named counterspell. Good for them. I hope they feel like they succeeded in a victory. So I guess we're a little concerned about Force of Will. If they have Force of Will in hand, we can't just like jam Standstill and protect from days. So I'm gonna try and jam Standstill though. Like I mean, on this board state, like I think I just have to try and jam it. If they force pitch blue card, it puts me at 3 land in play, them at 2 land in play, them with 3 cards in hand, me with 3 cards in hand. If they have like a couple creatures like Porphyry Nodes and then Swords on the top, like that could just take over the game. So I'm actually fine with that. Like if they're gonna trade 2 for 1 for things like that, I'm okay. Just gonna check out the graveyard, see what they've traded so far. It's like they got rid of their own death rate, like that's awesome. Brainstorm. Wish I could see my sideboard mid-game. Wasteland. Aw. That's annoying. And here goes Porphyry Nodes most likely. They're finding a lot of Cobble Therapies. Must feel good. Them trading the Cobble Therapy and Death Rate for 2 counterspells seems a little weak though. I don't really know. You can right-click, view sideboard. Hey, look at that. Huh. Sideboard out. Replenish, yes it did. Okay, that's not a very big deal. So yeah, they Cobble Therapy, gotten rid of Porphyry Nodes. That's really neat. Thanks for the heads up, Oren. I don't really do M2GO that well. I think this Wasteland has to go out for Volcanic Island. This wasteland might actually, if they draw like another wasteland, it might actually tempt them to waste my wasteland just to get it off the board. In which case, we'll just put them back 2 lands instead of just 1. So I guess we're okay with that. If they play Deathrite, we're gonna Source Plowshares that. Okay, nice Deathrite Shaman. Come on, top deck standstill. Oh, Jace is cool too. Do I think my opponent has days? What have they exiled? They've exiled a Force to their Force. They flashback a Cobble Therapy, and Deathrite Shaman got Swords. Do I think they have days? I don't. I'm having Cobble Therapy in their graveyard. I don't think I can just sit on this Jace. So I'm gonna jam it. If they have days, like that's gonna suck, but I think I have to. Might have been correct to actually +2 target them on this board state. I do not want to. Yeah, I don't want to lose that Crucible, but we already played land, so we have land on top. We have Crucible. So now we have Wasteland Crucible. So we should be able to, if we can resolve this Crucible, I think we just win here. So yeah, we're gonna try that. I didn't friggin' put the Crucible on top. Go me. Yeah, okay. We'll keep Force with Supreme Verdict up. That's fine. So now we can Wasteland them, play land for turn, Wasteland them. I don't think they can win from here, but there is a chance they can win from here. So I mean, we'll see what happens. Hoping we can go 3-1 here. That'd be awesome in this league. And then go to 4-0, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. Yay, we won the match. Woo, 3-1. Oh, I still have 1 whole match to go. I've been going for 2 hours and 45 minutes almost. Having 2 opponents to time out was horrible. Making this take so long. I guess that's what happens when we don't play Burn or Aggro or Belcher. I've been playing a lot of Belcher. I wouldn't mind if this last round was a Belcher matchup, because I've actually been crushing that matchup lately. I'm fine with that. That matchup's fun for me these days. I usually win game 1, then like game 2, I go, I'm on the draw, but if they don't have it, I have the Spell Pierce. I lose, and then game 3 I usually have like Leyline, like Force. And I just play Moat, and then none of their cards matter anymore. Oh, boy. How's everyone's weekend going? Everyone having fun? Do anything? Who played Magic? Tell me stories. Entertain me. Been entertaining for almost 3 hours. I don't know, not that I'm that entertaining, but come to the Burnside. We have marshmallows. Do you have s'mores too? Do you have like chocolate and graham crackers? If you have like s'mores, I might actually have to come to the Burnside. Okay, looking for opponent. The Evil Mailman, you just pretty much get to play on Tuesdays anymore. I'm not sure that was a correct sentence. I'm not sure that was quite a sentence, but currently playing this person last seen 21 days ago on Grixis. I mean, this hand's actually really good. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to lead on a fetch land. See what happens. I wonder if my opponent is still on Grixis. That'd be nice. I don't know why it gives me, like, spoilers my opponent's on stuff. Like, that's kind of crappy. It's weird. Alright, our opponent's playing the Fetch Land Go game. Well, that doesn't indicate that they're on Stifles, because that would be obnoxious. I feel like it's almost correct to just fire off a Brainstorm here where they only have 1 land in play. So if they try and fetch a response, we can just fetch a response to that. But I feel like we're just... Right now, our opponent's just playing the Stifle game with us, so we're just going to try and fire off a Brainstorm now, see what happens. So we got a lot of land, which is cool. I'm going to put Fairy Conclave, Snapcaster back, and then draw Snapcaster Mage. Marshmallows is so exciting, Levi. Thanks for the heads up. Alright. So we're just going to play this slow. I think in the long game our deck should win, so play this slow, just play out the land, say go. My opponent wants to play a Stifle game. We have a bunch of actual lands with us. Like, I'm actually fine with that. I think we'll beat them at that game, considering how many lands we've been finding, so. Usually, I'm still pretty miserable that we've been finding mostly lands. I like to find like a standstill to drop on a board like this, but. Mountain, Valk. Maybe Blue-Red Delver? I feel like Mountain is probably more indicative of a Blue-Red Delver deck rather than a. Oh! Sneak and Show. Look at that. Okay! I'm actually okay with this matchup. Okay, answer that. Oren, you excited? We're going to play against Sneak and Show. I actually really have to use the bathroom, though. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and go to the bathroom real quick. Be right back, people. Alrighty. Well, this is kind of exciting. I haven't actually... I don't know if I've actually played Sneak and Show online before against it. Not on this, at least. In my experience, these standstill decks are generally fairly good against Sneak and Show. I don't think we particularly care about the Crucible Worlds, and then we don't particularly care about Council Judgment here. We do want the Council Judgment. They try and Show and Tell, we're probably going to have to still counter it. Like, we're not going to... Council Judgment's not going to have too many targets. I think here we just try to resolve a Jace. We do have Force Snap backup. If they try to, like, force our Jace or whatever, or Spell Pierce our Jace, like... I think they might just let them go with that. I don't particularly want to force switch snap. So if they have like another show and tell, it has to be Omniscience and Emrakul to kill us. If it's just Emrakul, we have Council Judgment. I can't force here, I don't think. Because if they have force, if they have show and tell force, we're just like dead anyway, I think. So yeah. Well, hopefully it works out. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Orin. I really wanted to push that Jace through. I think jamming the Jace there might have been a little bit greedy. Like, I probably could have waited for a more opportune time. I didn't get rid of that Crucible World today. That sucks. Now we have, like, Snap Counterspell up, I guess, which is nice. If they don't do anything end of their turn, I'm going to Snap Brainstorm. I like the idea of Gem and Jace just because we have, like, Force backup, but it just sucks to, like, lose it to Spell Pierce. Okay, Pedal. Probably going to be jamming a Sneak Attack here, I presume. They could just be putting a Pedal into play just to get ready for another turn. The fact they went through their combat means they're probably not in Sneak Attack at the moment. Otherwise, let's go further and we just die. Yeah. Sneak Attack. So here I'm going to snap. I want to snap Brainstorm, but if we don't find a blue card, we are just super dead. So I'm just going to snap Counterspell. They had 8 cards in hand, so they have to jam there. Yeah, that's a good point. No what? We don't just snap Counterspell this? Yeah, another Counterspell off the top. Sweet. Oh, they didn't have mana. That's true, yeah. Councils would have been great there. Or I never claimed to be a good player. Okay. I never claimed that. Yeah, it was bad. So I can hold up Counterspell. I put this Crucible Worlds in play. I can continue making my land drops and stuff, which is a little obnoxious, but yeah, I think that's where we're at right now. Wouldn't mind a Wasteland right now to keep them off their duel. Wasteland's not that relevant against Sneak and Show, so this isn't that great. Yeah, it might have been possible to just let them get the sneak attack if they have it on Lowest Pedal, snap counterspell the Lowest Pedal. I guess they were post-combat too, so it didn't really matter. I could have just let that sneak attack resolve. So yeah, that's a good point, Oren. I definitely did not think that through enough whatsoever. Yeah. So I think we're going to be on the beatdown plan. Place planes. They're casting a post-combat, yeah. So Oren is my local Sneak and Show boogeyman. So it's good to have Oren in here to punch me in the face when I'm doing something stupid. I'll be getting plenty of crap because I actually work with Oren, so I'll be getting plenty of crap at work off of this as well, I'm sure. So let's see. I don't quite have the mana for Force and Counterspell hard cast, but yeah. My opponent hasn't particularly done anything either. My opponent hasn't found cantrips. They found a few enablers, but haven't really been able to back it up with anything. God, we're drawing a lot of not good stuff. I guess that's what we put in our deck, so that's kind of what happens when you put crap in your deck. So now we have the mana where we can hard cast Counterspell and Force. And right now we're on a... Well, so we have 2 more turns before we can end this turn. Hopefully we can get there. Don't care about Lowest Pedal. We have hard counters, so we're not worried about like having to daze or spell pierce something to counter it. At this point, if we draw like a spell pierce, it'll be like force fodder if we need to use it for if we need to pitch something. Supreme Verdict's not great. Probably gonna fetch a couple times, replay a fetch land. Okay, attack. Attack with all creatures. Okay. Alright, so our opponent has 1 turn to draw like something to get us. It can't be. It likely cannot be show and tell. I am gonna save 1 more life though, because I do not want to go to 15 where Emrakul just kills us off a sneak attack if we can't fight a counter war. But at this point, if they like Emrakul off sneak attack us, we don't just die. If they Gristlebrand, if they can Emrakul and Gristlebrand off a sneak attack, that's gonna be a problem though. They need Sneak Double Fatty or Show Omni Chain. Yeah, they need 2 yeah, absolutely. I don't think I fight over a Preordain at this point. It might be correct to fight over Preordain because I might be digging for more Enabler, but I don't think I can fight over the Preordain. I think I have to fight over like the Enabler. Brainstorm. I mean, I don't know if they've had cantrips this whole time, but they Preordained and then Brainstorm, so they might have just top decked the Preordain, cast at Sorcery Speed, drew into the Brainstorm, cast that. But now they're on mana where they like pretty much are only on Show and Tell. I think we just got this. So now they're on like Sneak Attack without being able to actually do anything with it. It almost has to be like 6 fatties. They've just been sitting there doing nothing. Yeah. I mean, odds are they're saying on like, you know, a pair of like one of their fatties, another fatty, and Omniscience, and like maybe Counter Magic. All right. Start with a counter spell on that. They force it. Okay. Yeah. So I plan to keep off from dying to Emrakul. Apparently it was failed because I have to fetch again. So I guess I could force pitch like a Supreme Verdict, but that still puts us in like die to Emrakul range, so I don't think it's relevant. It's going to target the initial Show and Tell again. They have Spell Pierce here. That's going to feel real bad. If they have another Force and they just kill themselves, that'd be hilarious. Yeah. Alright, awesome. So we won that. Moats are terrible. All their creatures fly. Aura Silence and Seal Cleansing are okay. They're not particularly great, but they're better than nothing. I'm not huge on Source Plowshares. I will board out 1 or 2. This is a match where I kind of wish I had something like Replenish is bad, Crystal Worlds is bad. I don't think we can do Supreme Verdict though. We might want surgical, unfortunately. Yeah, we would die. Yeah. I don't really. I guess I kind of want Supreme Verdict because it's just like it's a guaranteed answer. Crocus would be nice. It's possible I should have some of our pithing needles. Surgical's real bad, but no, I'm not bringing them in. I'm just trying to figure out like what we actually have to do. Like if I had other cards in this matchup that are terrible, I think I could bring in surgicals, but I don't. I'm not really in a place where I think that that's correct. Get ready to be Blood Moons. Luckily, I have enough basics, so that's not a huge deal. Blood Moon would definitely be a little unfortunate. Seal Cleansing and Aura Science can help a lot there. I'm going to keep the Enlightened Tutor just because even though it's card disadvantage, it can go get us whatever we need. Wow, this hand's nuts. If our top 3 cards were like lands, I would keep this. Well, like cut swords for what? Like surgicals then? Like I don't. Leyline probably is just terrible. Replenish could be okay, but I don't think it's great. Like I could cut a second swords for a Supreme Verdict going into the next game. I don't think I do anything further though. I don't know. This is Hands Mulligan, no lands. So this has Fluster Storm Counterspell. I could use another blue source. We do have Brainstorm, so we're gonna keep this. Council's Judgment. I think I have to just bottom. I have to bottom that. Verdict's better than four swords, yeah. I would cut another sword to the second verdict then. It kind of dawned on me to do that, but I was like, we'll do this. I think having like the Aura Silence and Seal Cleansing is probably a little bit sketchy. I guess they're fine if like my opponent just goes like Omniscience, but they're not fine if my opponent just goes Omniscience, Emrakul, I win. My opponent goes like Show and Tell, Omniscience, Gristlebrand, it's probably okay. Okay. My opponent has a stop on my upkeep suddenly. That wasn't there originally. That's interesting. Yeah, Seal can like sneak it on me, which is why I like it and why I brought it in. It also can like randomly hit a Blood Moon, which is awesome. Okay, so we're gonna play Island here. Or pass the turn. Double Wasteland Plains. Could use another colorless source or two. Like another blue source preferably, since we have Counterspell. A couple more blue sources, more importantly, would be even better. My opponent's just gone basic. It could be indicative that they have a Blood Moon in their hand. They have Blood Moon in their hand. It's a little awkward for us, but it's not terrible. If they don't do anything on their turn, we're just going to Brainstorm end of turn. If they try to cast Show and Tell, I might just like Brainstorm, then Flusterstorm. Okay. I'm going to Brainstorm end of turn. I want to be as efficient with my mana as possible. Since we're trying to hold up like multiple blue sources like Counterspell, Flusterstorm, I don't think I just want to wait. Yeah, that seems pretty good. I'm going to put back a couple Wastelands. I'm going to draw them anyway, but that's fine. So now we'll have triple blue source for Counterspell and Flusterstorm. Plus we have Force in the blue card. So basic, no catcher means the hand's either really good or very bad. My guess is like their hand's like one more mana source, and they can just like probably a bunch of counter magic plus like a Show and Tell or something. So they can just like force through the combo if they draw one more land. I think is what they're on. We'll have to find out. I mean, the Flusterstorm like beats that really well. I almost feel like we counter that, but no, I think we're still over just enablers. If my hand was a little more set up, I'd be more apt to counter that Brainstorm, but my hand's not set up enough where I'm comfortable countering just like a Brainstorm. I have enough hate here where I can like counter pretty much anything they cast though. Yeah, it's like this is an easy like counterspell that. So my opponent used Force pitching a Flusterstorm. I think I have to. I think I just have to Flusterstorm back because I don't think I can afford to get rid of this chase. So yeah, we're gonna do that. Same targets, all gonna be at Force. I guess I could just target the Show and Tell with them all. That makes sense, right? Yeah. So I have one of these Flusterstorms on the Show and Tell. So their force got countered. Now their show and tell is likely going to get countered. Yeah, their show and tell's countered. Yeah, I probably should have just aimed all those Fluster Storms at the show and tell itself. So my opponent just scooped. That's awesome. So went 3-2. We got or 4-1 actually, right? 180 play points, 8 treasure chests. Yeah, I went 4-1 in the league. Look at that. I'm proud of me. I don't know about all of you. I might not be the best player, but I've taken a lot of time to like practice the deck, and I got a lot of advice from Lawrence Harmon. He's if you ever see him in Twitch chats, he's the Delicious Waffles. He's a big Miracles aficionado. He's very good with the deck. He knows blue white control really well. He's helped me a lot, so I'm actually really excited. Like I think the deck's coming along. Obviously, if I changed a lot about the deck, like I don't think I need like the Porphyry nodes, the moats, all that. Like if I was a standard blue white standstill deck, I could probably more readily do better. But I mean, honestly, this deck's been a lot of fun. Like replenish back 2 or 3 standstills. Like we got to draw 9 cards in one of the matchups we were in tonight. That was awesome, you know. So I'm trying to have fun. Like if you can't have fun at Magic, if you can't have fun at like your hobbies, what's the point of playing, right? So I'm actually super excited. I want to say thank you to. I'm gonna right off the bat say thank you to Card Hoarder for making this possible. Thank you for Hipsters for also making this possible. Card Hoarder and Hipsters, we have a Card Hoarder and Hipsters has a partnership right now where we get to borrow cards from them. It's really awesome. So our one loss tonight was in the Standstill Mirror. Obviously, my opponent was a much better player than me. I'm a little sketchy with my play, but that was our one loss tonight. 2 of our opponents, unfortunately, we had to time out. One of them, I believe we were going to beat anyway because we were in a fairly good board state. The Eldrazi opponent, I don't think we were going to beat, but that was only game 2 that they timed out, and we had won game 1. Going into game 3, we likely would have been fine. Realizing how many chalices they ended up on and how bad we got hurt by it, I might bring in like an additional seal of cleansing as well in that matchup. Probably bring back in the Replenish, and we know we have to fight against Leyline of the Void, so that's something to think about. So I got 180 play points, 8 treasure chests, and 1 qualifier point. So let's go to, I'll open a couple treasure chests, but from my understanding, the EV is better to just sell them. But I'm going to open a couple treasure chests just for the entertainment value. I will likely sell the rest, though, but let's open a couple. Open one of these. Yes, open one. All right, Mycosynth Lattice, Felidar Guardian, Open Fire. Mycosynth Lattice, I don't know if that's worth anything online. I know in paper it's worth a lot, but so that seems fair. Hey, Aaron, just finished the league, 4-1. So we're going to open 2 treasure chests, sell the rest. Super excited. Oh, Teferi's Protection, nice. I don't know if that's worth anything online, but in paper, that's the most expensive card in the new Commander set. So hopefully that's worth something online, and we can sell that for some good EV. So yeah, that was not bad. Mycosynth Lattice and Teferi's Protection seems okay. Super excited, though. Oh, wow. Yeah, look at that. I didn't realize that was a thing. So yeah, that's paper cost, unfortunately. Online, it is 80.56. That's terrible. Oh, well. Oh, boy. So, yeah, that was a lot of fun. I was really excited. Teferi's Protection is 2.52 ticks. That's fine. Whatever. I mean, 2.52 ticks is actually more than the treasure chest I think sell for anyway, if I remember correctly. So that's some positive EV right there. Yeah, so 4-1. That was a lot of fun. I think the deck played really well tonight. I think I played a lot better as well. Super exciting. My first league going 4-1, you know. My best so far is 3-2, so that's fine. Yeah, so I hope everyone enjoyed it. I hope everyone had fun tonight. We had some fun matches. We had some interesting matches. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. The videos will be on my YouTube channel. It's on YouTube. Aaron Gazaniga is the channel name. So be sure to check that out for any of my... It's all raw, uncut videos, so if you want to see me in my normal, you know... there's some swearing in there and stuff, you know. Some beautiful, mature content, really. It's not too bad, though. I keep my cool, mostly. I do a little bit of swearing, like, you know, good for you, ass, and stuff like that. So it's still family-friendly, mostly. It's PG, like, 13. But, yeah, if you want to check out any of the previous videos I've had, check out my YouTube channel at Aaron Gazaniga on YouTube. Follow me on Twitter if you need updates on the decks I'm playing and whatnot, at Aaron Gazaniga. It's in my overlay. Raw and uncut? Oh, Aaron, you know it's raw and uncut. I got some video for it. I'm going to have to fire that off later. Do you want that in email, or do you want me to Skype you? I can do either. It's up to you. Shh, don't tell Kate. It's fine. But yeah, That was a lot of fun. Thanks for checking out the stream. Thank you again, Card Hoarder, for having this partnership with Hipsters that allows me access to all these cards, so I don't have to break the bank and make Kate want to divorce me for buying a digital product that we own in paper. But yeah, thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in, stopping by. 4-1 in the league, finally getting there. So good times. Have a good night, everyone.